Alrighty, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. How about some cricket coverage for this evening as we get underway with our brackets? We're going to start off with a good one. Alex Spellman taking on Mr. Flannery here. So Alex has a little bit of the advantage. We've got about a round or maybe a round and a half under our belt here, maybe two.
It's starting to make some progress. Yeah, looking forward to seeing how this one plays out. Singles cricket's always such a fun one. I always think of Eve Watson on her run out here, right, from Wales. We'll see how it plays out. Alex Spellman, a gentleman we did not get a chance to take a good look at.
Actually didn't make the knockout stages, right?
Yeah.
So had kind of I figured it was going to be an easier group, but a few surprises in there that just didn't go his way. It's not always going to go your way, right?
Everybody has some days. I don't remember the next time
You
they had a
more than
Montana
most.
song.
You more than most.
Absolutely. Well, first off, leg number one, looking very heavily in the favor of the Jackal. Gotta say, as he does go ahead and pin that one there, those Winmore Jackal barrels, man, I gotta admit, they are some sharp-looking darts. When tried to play with them a bit, but it was funny enough, I was last weekend, 3 different dart players that I was talking to, like, yeah, I switched to new darts, and it was Alex Spellman's darts, so go figure. Popular barrels.
Well, they're standard ring cut. I think they're a little less aggressive than most ring grips, but it's a fairly standard grip dart. Will work for you.
So we're going to see what's going to happen here. The standard today is there's 2 different answers. Right now, a high or a low to mid 4 MPR should be the line, except you seen a 6.43 from Jermaine Wadamina.
That was
some sneaky
darts. It was one leg, but yeah, I think that is.
Is the standard going to be higher today? Is the expectation going to be through the roof?
I'm just going to go ahead and check out the leaderboard because I guarantee you. Yeah, 5.04. Jermaine Wadamina's first. Second would be Owen Bates. And Marino Bloom. Those are your 3 front runners, 3 international players. And then Cam Crabtree in that 5th position. So
yeah, it's going to be, again, that mid 4 is going to be that right around average. We always talk about, like, for our viewers that are maybe more used to our soft tip live streams, the transition there is about a mark per round. So it's a little bit higher, a little bit lower. But if you're used to seeing a player throw a 5.5, they're going to try to throw about a 4.5.
Yep.
Well, they're going to try to throw a 9.0, but they will settle for the rest.
4.5 is the ideal mark that could carry you to a final. A little bit more, a little bit less at times, but that's what you got to be looking out for. Right now, this is all in the hands of Alex Spellman as he continues to trot along.
That 5 mark is a little bit of a fight back from Kevin.
Yeah, not for very long.
Well,
not for very long, buddy.
Queued that one up. Great shot there from the Jackal, Alex Spellman. You talk about a third player that was always really good, and then got super good, and is now back to really good, right? I mean, that's kind of where his game is at right now. And it's hard, right, because you put those pressure on the expectations, but you see it, right, when Alex starts shaking his head on stage.
Yeah.
You see it when the composure starts to just show a little bit of a shine. A lot of pressure on that man, huh? This is the part where Will says, I'll be honest.
I'll be honest.
There you go.
Alex needs a little time off.
And to be fair, I mean, that's kind of what's happening with this game, right? He basically said,
he's playing too much, man. He's just this is his job now, and I think he's got suckered into that where he needs to practice every day. Not necessarily, man. You're a man with talent. I think that you can afford a few days off, maybe a week off, to kind of just relax a little bit, take a little vacation. And granted, that probably should have been the case a few weeks ago, but who knows? He could have been doing that. By the way, I'm not 100% sure.
You heard it here first. Will Stewart is Alex Spellman's biggest op.
I'll take that.
63 points.
I've said some things about him in the past, like the shaking of the head and stuff, but quality, talented player. He's going to keep on trekking on into the last 64 here. As the camera isn't shaky, ladies and gentlemen. It is definitely the standard and the stage, a mixture in between both. I would admittedly say
and the stage.
We say standard.
I've never heard that.
Yeah, I say standard.
Stanchion.
And a lot of people say standard.
No one says that.
Yes.
No one's
Yeah,
ever
for
said
sure.
that.
For sure.
Not one.
Stanson, standard,
Hey,
same
yeah, I
thing.
bet you put mayo on a hot dog.
Anyway, yeah, it's a combination of both. I think that I think it's about time Will just makes a stage himself. I've honestly been thinking about it for a few years now, and just we can take that along and really have a good stage to work off of. So it's a lot more work though. So maybe an extra day. We'll see.
Maybe. Well, hey, how about this? We're going to be right back here with some more action in just a moment's time from the Las Vegas Open. We're going to see some singles cricket. We're going to see the men's and, the Open and the women's bracket.
Yep.
So we'll be back in just a moment with some more action. Don't go far, folks. Nick Teixeira, Squilliam Stewart.
Now I ain't looking for handouts, I'm looking to stand out. Got the vision coming, watch how it pans out. I've been writing my plans down, trying to stay focused, put out the notice. Who the goat is, me hands down. Yeah, no time for arguments, I cut out the politics, no. It's on my competence, I could cause your apocalypse. Ambition, it ain't for the weak, get it even when I sleep. Ready and willing, what you ready?
I'm Peter Snakebite Wright, and you're watching USA Darts.
The crowd are waiting. Chance the hometown hero Michael van Gerwen has to take big moments in the final. Van Gerwen in charge. He needs double five.
Let me tell you about A to Z Darts. We're a specialty dart store with over 10,000 different products. We create in-depth videos and blogs to help improve your game and showcase our products. We give helpful advice on how to practice darts, the fundamentals of form and mechanics, and how to make better decisions when purchasing your darting equipment. Whether you're brand new or a seasoned player, we try to provide fun and informative content. I'm Jen, the creative director for A to Z Darts. I've been playing for over 10 years, and I've traveled the world competing in and promoting the sport. This is Will. He runs our live streaming company, USA Darts, and travels the globe as well to broadcast major darting events and interview PDC players alike. You'll find over 2,000 different sets of darts on our website. Guessing right now you're pretty interested in our resources? Learn about form, throwing mechanics, practice routines, scoring and grouping, checkout methods, cricket strategy, and much more. Visit a-zdarts.com to take advantage of our blog or follow us on social media at AZDarts today.
And here we are for another great matchup on the board. We got Tracy Firetag, who we saw lose in a heartbreaker decision against Paula Murphy in the semifinals of the ADO National 501 event, taking on Caitlin McKinney. Kinley, excuse me. And this one should be a good matchup here. Caitlin, seen her in a few turns before, has done some decent results, but Tracy's form earlier did not leave a lot to be desired. In fact, it was exactly what we desired. It was a great in-form Tracy Firetag. Going to be trying to play a statement piece performance, and we know Death Taxes and Tracy on the 19s finds the trip immediately over to the trip 18. And can she get a 9? Not quite, but she'll get a 7 mark here. I'm Nick Teixeira, joined by Will Stewart. Will, we got a good one.
Yeah, what a shot there for Tracy. She inserts her dominance here in this cricket leg. Last 32 already. This one's going to be quick, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, blink and you miss it. It's going to be some pretty intense starts. And again, like I was just kind of building up there, Tracy really was inspired in her earlier performance, and just losing on that last decider to Paula in a heartbreak decision.
Definitely so.
McKinley needs to find a corner on the board to get settled in, find a place to get herself going. Find some 16s. So it looks like she got 4 on there. No, just 3. Looked like it could have been more. Tracy can still continue pushing along the board with a 4-house advantage now. Finds the first. Not going to be able to get the second. She doesn't have to go for the cover if she doesn't want to, and that's why she stays on, grabs 2. No immediate pressure to go anywhere else. Continue to do a check down along the dartboard.
Yeah, definitely pretty impressive. She was throwing a 4. Now it's a 3-2. We'll want to regain the point advantage here. Wants to close it first. No harm in that, especially when you have the 4 houses.
You can see the frustration there for McKinley. Wants to produce more on the 15s. Decides to cover to the bulls at the end. Doesn't find it, so this is going to be the moment here where Fire Tag can go and continue to push along, just like you said, 4 houses. Why not? Here's the why not. Might switch on this last. Does the stay, grabs 2. Going for the close, deciding to contest the X. Just the 3, so now Tracy should be single 15, and you can go right at the bull, play for a fallout. You can grab a single on any of the numbers to secure that point lead. In either case, a single 15 basically locks in leg number 1 here for Fire Tag, and you can see Caitlin's nod of agreeance back there, and yeah, wise dart there from Tracy.
Yep. Bobby D's back there looking on, as you can see. CSC participant.
Also known as Booby D's for the dyslexic folks like me that typed in his name wrong one time. My bad.
Instantly heard that one. So
So what kind of live stream we having tonight, guys?
Who's playing?
Listen, I would like to say it's incredible I've gotten this far with my dyslexia because I've had some questionable typos. Winnamoo, back-to-back weeks. That was a rough one.
I could have been canceled by now at least 10 times.
I've been building up a case. You will be.
Trust me. I can see it coming.
It's happening.
Folks, thank you so much for not canceling me yet. Alrighty. Tracy needs just a 2 to get this leg and advance to leg number 2. Looking promising for the win here. Just on the outside. Delay is the inevitable.
Yeah, this one's still going to be a lock and go. Tracy cooling off towards the back end, but here's the thing, especially you'll see this unintentionally. It's not a comment on Tracy's game. This is a comment on any dart players in the room's game. We see it time and time again where you get that big shot early on, you get that multi-house, and then all of a sudden those last few numbers just kind of feel like a slog to kind of get through. But no matter what, both these ladies can say they're doing better than Ollie Howard today in cricket singles.
Sorry, Ollie. He found out that not everybody plays cricket like Will Stewart.
Lost to a Buckeye. Jason Watt saying, Nick and Will miss you guys. Miss you too, BDG. Always a pleasure, my friend. Hopefully we'll get to run into you again soon. Probably in some forest looking for the missing link.
For Sasquatch. We found him.
He's like the Sasquatch that's on the deodorant bottle, though, because like he smells good. He doesn't smell like he's been in the forest.
The trim beard.
And, well, I can tell you guys, I'll be honest with chat, I'll be honest with Will. My brain immediately is like, okay, Nationals is done. Brain is off.
Brain is done.
Autopilot. I was well behaved this morning.
Congratulations. On a 3-hour stream, you were well behaved.
That's a record for me.
That is a record for Nick Teixeira.
Just those eyes, Tracy.
Jeez, stop. She did not understand. I had to, and I did talk
Did
to
you
Colin
talk to her
and
about it?
Yeah, and she was like, "Oh, I get it now." And it's like, "Yeah, my bad, my bad." Yeah, early stage of this one for you international viewers. Thanks for staying up and enjoying our coverage. Or good morning, I guess we should say.
Guten Morgen.
Those that are wondering, our WDF Gold event will begin tomorrow, 8:30 for the youth, 9:30 for the women, 11 a.m. for the open bracket.
Nick will be awake at 1 p.m. Get things going.
I'll be down here to start it. We'll broadcast the youth, but it'll be no commentary. Just so
That is
you know.
correct.
So we like to jump down here and at least start it up for those guys.
And there you can see Caitlin's still frustrated. Tracy just playing a classic check down strategy, right? You see this at your local steel tip pub. You see this all the time. This is just as simple as it gets in cricket. It's close a number, at least one mark point lead, go to next number. And frankly, well, Caitlin is a very talented player. We've seen her before. We know what she can do. Just not producing it at the moment. She's not really forcing Tracy to do anything else but that.
Yeah, Tracy just moving right along here. A-okay with just singles. Caitlin, you got to find something. Find a 6 mark. 5 will do.
Needs to find some inspiration on the dartboard at the moment.
Yeah, just not finding success.
Again, just classic check down from Tracy here. Finds the trip on the 16, gets to move over to the 15. She right in on that dart. Get the 7 on the corner pockets. Not quite, but again, job done. Just a 3-number lead this time, but 3 numbers and some points is a long way to go to the top if you want to rock and roll.
You're welcome.
School of Rock. I've seen that one. It's a long way.
Or that's just AC/DC, but okay.
Yeah, but like
That too.
it's School of Rock, really. I mean, like no one knew AC/DC before that movie. Just kidding. Just kidding.
On the gutsiest of statements there from Nick Sherry.
Mayo
says
on the hot dog was way more gutsy.
Nick also thinks that the 80s is the worst era for music.
I just don't think that this is definitive fact.
It's not.
It's so corny.
All righty. 115 in the Bulls for Tracy. Cruise on through into last 16. Is there extra lighting on that dartboard? Nope, just the Winmore Polaris. Or rocking. Looks pretty good, I would say. The only thing that would make this look better, a new 360 surround, Jason.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. The middle, Tracy. The uprights are set. Just kick that one through, please. And does go ahead and find the ball.
Looking promising for a double there for a second, but found the single.
Felt like there was a clear flight path. Yeah, Caitlin just unfortunately just not getting what she would expect out of her own game. Gonna have to just walk that one off in this last 32 matchup. One more bowl needed, misfire tag. A little bit hard to get that angle, so she's going to move on over. Try to throw right into those barrels. She does throw right into him. It just doesn't quite click. I mean, that nothing wrong with how that dart was thrown.
No.
A good dart. You know what that board's actually missing? The beautiful, beautiful chalking ability of Jason Watt. That's what it's really missing.
Surely this time. Yep. Tracy fire tag. Will advance into the top 16.
Hashtag fire it up.
Okay, Nick. Okay. All right, we'll see what's coming our way here next, folks. We'll take a look at our brackets, and we'll be back in just a little bit of time to give you some more action from our cricket coverage here on Friday night at the Las Vegas Open.
It's a long way to the top. If you wanna rock and roll.
All right, see you guys.
Well, this is going to be another tantalizing matchup on our dartboard here. Robbie the Robot Phillips taking on Brad, not Will Farley, and what should be a good one. Will Ferrell. That was the joke.
I was going to
trying
say, that didn't make sense at all.
Not
Nick,
Will
but-
Farley. Hi there. I'm Nick Sherritt, joined by Will Stewart. Will, we got another good one in front of us, don't we?
Yeah, we do. We do. Robbie Phillips. No slouch. He's been around the scene for a while and has done really well. So, Brad, kind of a newcomer. He has a CDC Tour card he is a CDC Tour card holder. So,
I want to say, I can't remember what event we were at, but we saw Brad on stream out of
DPFL.
left field. Yeah, it was.
DPFL.
Out of left field, he just really started lighting it up there for a while. Now, you mentioned about Robbie, right? About, being a decent high-level player. He's one of those guys that has always been on the cusp of being a top North American talent, but has never been fully across that threshold. He's a sponsored player. He is a sponsored player. He does quite well. He gets decent results, but it's been a while since he's gotten that big win, that big W that really say, no, I'm Robbie Phillips, and you should be scared and say arigato to this Roboto.
all right, Nick.
Mute my mic. I'm eating some chicken.
Robbie captures 2. Not as big of a lead as you'd like, as Brad's going to go ahead and take out the 20, pound the 19 again. Surprised by the last. Figure you nail another trip 19 there.
We're undefeated against Robbie Phillips, right? You mean
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that?
we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a fun statistic, right? You can hear that boing right off that dart. Trying to find the angle for the treble 18. Moves over and then ends up covering instead. After getting the close, he just felt like there was no chance to squeeze out any juice on that. I don't think I agree with the switch. I think even just a single 18 does matter more than the single 17. We'll see how it comes into play. Robbie does get a clean lineup here. 2 trebles should give him a shot at the 19 if he finds it in the first 2. If not, he's staying there all day.
The Bull Hitters account, they were right behind us. They were asking how Ollie Howard was doing well.
Well, let me tell you, he has not messed up once on comms today. Not once.
Ollie! Oh, wait, he's gone. He left for the night. All righty, Brad's got the advantage here. Let's see if he can run with it. Close the 17s. Close the 17s. Or do you go back to the 19s?
Should be close
Yeah.
every single time, right? You close there. It's a 49-point difference, which is a great number because that means that you have to not only, in this case, find the treble 16, but you have to find 2. If not, you're playing for a 5 on the bare minimum of the turn. One more to close. And now he's going to go ahead. If he finds the triple 16, he's only going to be a 1-point deficit. Doesn't even convert there. Now, this is the moment, though, where if I'm Brad, I'm trying to re-cement the lead. I'm not chasing the 16. I'm going to go ahead and pad a little bit first. But right on that wire, it's too inviting not to attack. Going for the big single, and does go ahead and find it with extra credit on the assignment. Robbie does get an outside opportunity. He would need a 9 to make this real interesting, and that's a good start. You can see the dart's pitched up at an angle he doesn't like. 33 points of difference. If he goes for 2 19s, he leaves himself 5 bowls, so he is going to go ahead and elect not to chase those 19s instead. Undercuts the dart after moving for the angle. Yeah, just not going to be frustrated. That eye roll is exactly how he probably felt throwing that dart.
That
That
spoke
was
volumes right there, didn't it?
It was loud.
Yeah.
But again, Brad's playing this a little more close than he probably should be, but never mind. He's going to hit a 6.
Yep.
All right.
Just keeps on cruising. He's no slouch. I mean, he's a good player, man. He has his moments where he's just, if his rhythm's in tune, he's gonna. That's why he's a CDC Tour card holder, or maybe was a CDC Tour card holder.
Does go ahead. Robbie cleans up on the last. Fairly superlative. It does leave 6 bowls, so it's 6-3 on the close. There's 2 of them. And that's going to be a 1-0 lead for Brad. Farley not far from the win. Yes, I will keep doing puns the whole time. That will not stop. Mostly saying that for Will. Winner of this will get either Tom Sawyer or Robert Showers in that next round. On the top side of the bracket to get in to the last 32. Couple of big names still fighting along. Curious to see how this bracket will continue to develop with so many talented players. You know, if Ollie Howard can't go on the run, then it honestly is wide open. Who knows who will get the win? I'm really pushing my luck, aren't I?
Very much so, Nick. Knock it off.
Sorry, Will. Sir, yes, sir. Thanks for dinner.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Leonard
Couple,
Gates, Aaron
couple
Turner,
good
right there.
matches, yeah. A couple good matches.
Fair play. Fair play.
Cam Crabtree in the mix as well.
Wanamina. Oh, and Vince Tipple. That's a good one. Winner of that gets
Oh.
Ram Guevara.
I wonder who Vince Tipple beat. Oh, maybe Dan Coates, DC? I think that's who it is, right?
DC really leaning in on the Diet Coke aspect of that, not having any sugar in that matchup.
At least he managed to get a leg, something Ollie probably didn't do. Alrighty, sorry, we got to stop
we
this.
really do.
Alrighty, we're moving on.
You know them.
If you don't understand that the bull hitters are right behind us, that is exactly what's going on, folks. So,
And to be fair, if they weren't right behind us, we would say behind their backs too.
alrighty, Brad, looking to find the 18s here. Just finds the 3, so definitely not enough here. Is Robbie? When will he look to close? Right off the rip?
Yeah, he plays this aggressive. I think I like the 17 more, and that's why he immediately pivots after the first start miss. Wise play from Phillips. It gets you that second house online. It gets you the point lead further pushed, and now you have a little bit of a markup on the 18. Brad's going to be staying there for all 3 unless he's completely iced out, and you can see fiery reaction because he knows that is a terrible position to find your dart in.
Not ideal.
How does he get that last one? That is a well-thrown dart. You can see that just the close down, but Brad did a good job converting the point lead back. The problem is you're not affording yourself many opportunities to close these other numbers to go on the attack. So he's going to be playing defense and finds 3 in the bed on the 16. Well, that gets you back into the match. And this leg, if it goes Brad's way, Robbie Phillips really will be saying arigato to the Roboto.
Big round of 9 there to kind of turn the tide.
Yeah, big opening. That was what Brad's been fighting for. This is as simple as just close down the number, get the 20 out of the way. Don't get caught up in the battle. Now, first one doesn't go your way, you can pivot. He's playing this still a little too aggressive. The first start, you find a single, you stay there, you close that down, you get the options, and you take them away from your opponent. First start misses, you're going to try to afford for another opportunity for a clean look, a clean hit. Well, they really just let anybody back here. Oh, my gosh.
This is
Yeah, this is just a travesty. Sometimes.
I can feel the humidity rise as Adam Savata walks in the door.
Fair.
Bro, your
Yeah.
sweat's already just
You gotta-
filling up the room.
You got to do the Savata special. You got to get the special towel and dap it up. Dap it up.
Yeah, when you get in a towel sponsorship, bro, that would be a solid.
Robbie. Hold on. This is a big moment.
This is
almost
huge.
converts with another treble. Needed to find 2 to be able to swing that 16. Instead, he has to fight for a 5. But Brad Farley, not far away from winning this matchup. A single and a good treble does it. Should only take 1 dart at that 15. If you find the treble, you can take 2. He's going to take 2.
Yeah, you might as well. I mean, you got that triple first start.
He's ready to rev the lawnmower there. I'm not sure exactly what that was, but he was ready to give it some.
Big key is he's got that 1-0 advantage his way. So
144 is such a good number for Robbie. Well, it was such a good number for Robbie. But you can see he knows he's in danger now. Just 3 marks, only the 1-point lead. This means it's as simple as a 2 mark to have advantage going into the bowl, which is massive, folks, for those that don't normally watch cricket. That is basically pole position in the race. But you got to hit the big single. Does it do so?
At least get rid of it. That's the key there.
Now, if I'm Robbie, I'm thinking I'm going to either nail this double bowl in the first dart or I'm closing the 16s. That's an inviting enough dart. I'm going to play into it. Finds the
that's
double.
Perfect. That's a great one.
You can either add a dart by hitting a bowl or you can force a hat trick.
I wouldn't have even hesitated. I would have laid it in right in line with that second dart, and that's exactly what he does. Good 5-bull turn. Turns it in his favor.
Brad's thinking defense, defense, defense.
He's got to commit on all 16s now.
Oh, can he find another one in, though? Wow, it's still well thrown, but just a 5. One of those 5 marks that you feel like could have been a 9. Now it's 2 bowls for a shot at the 16. Robbie just needs to start this turn off with 1 good dart. Easier said than done. He practices misses. Double bowl for double 16. Not going to happen, and you do have to stay on the bowl, add that dart. And does still sneak it in. Some masterful play towards the last portion of this from Robbie, being able to try to dictate the narrative a little bit more after that big 3 in the bed started to swing it the other direction. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like it. There's only 2 16s needed. He still converts on a trip on the last, but man, you are playing with fire. Yes, you're 1-0 up.
You go all 16s
But,
there.
yeah.
You can't deviate. It's just a risky play. You're banking on a double single there, and it's just not the right strategy. He gets lucky, hits the triple at the last, but
It's 59 on the points now, so now it is 3 bowls for a shot at the 16, so the math's on his side, but only because he happened to have a triple in his back pocket. Robbie keeps practicing his fallouts. It's 3 bowls. This last art, now there's an argument to just go ahead and hit the single 16 and just force the 3 bowls. Take the coin flip, and that's what he's going to do. He's flipping the coin. You either hit 3 bowls or I'm going to. Not me personally, Adam. By the way, we know I'm in the booth. Outside.
He ain't hitting nothing.
Can he kick it through?
Oh, he thought he got it.
It looks so good, but it's not quite there.
Robbie thought it was over.
I think Robbie still thinks it's over. Robbie, it's your turn.
Needs 2.
Trying to compose. He knows it's an important shot. He knows how close and squirrely this leg has gotten.
That's why he's taking his time and
And
making
drills
it making it worthwhile. The first
He
dart.
He took the coin flip, landed heads. Good for him.
Let's go another leg. Brad to start us off.
This is a last 64 matchup. Winner will move into that last 32.
Adam hits us when do I play? And I go, I don't know. He goes, I'm out. So
And then
I'm
Whitlock-
not playing.
And then Whitlock lost to Donnie Joe, and then Donnie Joe lost to Kevin Luke.
Oh, my goodness.
That is quite the topsy-turvy section of the
That
bracket.
is definitely an interesting section of the,
Let's
the
go
bracket.
Donnie Joe. You know? I will say, I always cheer for good matchups on our live stream, but it's brutal for them to go to a last leg decider when I have a plate of food. sitting in
Yeah,
front of
come
me.
on, guys.
Guys, how dare you consider that is our dinner time? Oh, look at this. Another 9? Almost. Does find a beautiful 7.
Robbie was
Brad, not Chris Farley. That was the joke I was trying to make earlier.
Yes.
Oh, but then I thought Will Ferrell for some reason.
Yeah, and that,
He has more Will Ferrell energy than Chris Farley, admittedly.
he has neither energy. Brad is like
But like
so
slightly,
calm and
like
what
slightly
are you
more.
talking
It's
about?
like a smidge more.
I've got to tell Brad that now.
You can tell him.
And he's going to just laugh. He's going to be like, not at all.
He'll take the compliment. I'm more Chris Farley.
Chris Farley was in kindergarten, yeah.
It's fair.
All righty.
Still take it.
Look at this gold from Robbie. Gold indeed. Big 9 on the 20s.
Yeah, Robbie doesn't want to sweat this one as much as he did. Because, I mean, think about it. Lake 2, he had advantage. And then all of a sudden it started going away from him. Brad fought all the way back, and it was masterful bull play that turned that around. He doesn't want it to come down to that. No one does. That's hard.
Rock hard.
All right. Those eyes.
Phillips can't find the triple. And, I mean, he's okay. Brad's gonna need to collect the 9 here, and he won't do it. Lucky if he catches the 5. Yeah, he won't do that.
Yeah, this should be simple play here. Single 19, excuse me, and then after that you're at 70 points. I would go ahead and pop a 20. Chases along, clicks on that wire, is going to stay on the aggressive play, finds it on the left and right side, not quite in the middle of it. Brad has to contest the X. Does do so. Can he stack on that dart? He cannot, but it's still a good 5. Every time you see an X on a number and you go and hit a 5 mark on it, sure, your opponent's still going to take control, but you extracted a little bit of value out of a number that's no longer going to be in the game. That's a little bit of ground 1.
Let's see, my first thought is 17s. 17s. I want that clear bed to work with, but you got to collect. That's the key, folks. You got to collect wherever you go. Right there. I mean, only 3 singles, not ideal, as it allows Robbie to just do the same.
Yeah, Robbie can go ahead and play this as aggressive as he wants. It's 54 points, which is a good amount for him. Again, it means that it has to be a 7 on the 16s, assuming he hits the 3 on the 17s. It pulls the parachute quite early on the throw. He must have really not liked that position of the dart. And fighting for an opportunity. He's trying to get enough ground gained to be able to get a stab upstairs. It's a 9-point advantage for Robbie. Does he go for the basic check down? Does he keep it close? He does. He's going to have to make sure to drill this. Does do so. Big last start here. Just a single. This is where it gets interesting. 29 points. Treble 16, double 20. Treble 16.
That would be the play.
I might just go for the 220s. He has to move so far. And the reason I say that, it's 29 points. You're leaving it at a 5-3. It's aggressive, but it forces Robbie to have to hit a 6 mark to get punished. It's not a fun gamble, but at some point you're going to have to take a risk. This is a tee up from Robbie. It's going to be a wasted turn, though. Good last. Wow.
Well, making the best of his turns here. Keeps him in line, but not out in front.
Brad's timing's been phenomenal.
Timing is key. You know that one.
Certainly is. And that's great timing from Robbie. Just goes ahead and puts it a little bit further out of reach. It has to be a 9. It won't be a 9. And now the 16s can get a shot at them. Just a 3. This is exactly what Robbie wanted to do in this situation. Rob him of the opportunity. Not a bad angle for him. You just got to be careful. And does go ahead and drill the 3. Gets the close, and it's a now or never last stand. Goes for the bulls instead of the 15s. I don't mind it.
Whatever you fancy there. The red bit's worth 50. Green trip 15 is only worth 45, so I'm okay with that.
I just didn't mind the 15s because a 9 gets you a 5-point lead. But nothing wrong with playing the bulls early. This is where it gets real tricky, though. If Robbie's able to close this, it's a 60-point game. It means that it will still basically force Brad to hit a 9. So this is a good moment for Robbie if he can close it. He can't. I mean, he can still find the double, but you would expect him to go to the 20. Yeah, it's exactly what he does.
almost puts us out of reach.
Yeah, and it's now 5 bulls needed to cover up the difference. And this might be all she wrote. Cover shot on the 15 only leads to a single, and Brad knows that Robbie Phillips is 2 bulls and 3 15s away from closing this one up. Surviving a little bit of a scare from a very informed Brad, who almost took this 2-0. The inspired bull play from Robbie, evading him at the moment, but there, does go ahead and grab it. You can shoot this 15 for the win without any fears in your mind. There's no game shot available.
Yeah, you just double-check that one, but trip 15 about nails it. This is comeback special from Robbie Phillips. Now fully into the top 32, top 64 on our men's and women's brackets, or I should say open and women's brackets. My apologies.
And Robbie Phillips will go ahead and get the win. Brad, not Chris Farley, going to be exiting here in the top 64, thinking he had just a little bit more in the tank.
We'll be right back with more coverage here, folks, in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. It's the Las Vegas Open, baby.
Looking for handouts, I'm looking to stand out. Got the vision coming, watch how it pans out. I've been writing my plans down, trying to stay focused, put out the notice. Who the GOAT is, me hands down. Yeah, no time for arguments. I cut out the politics, no. It's all my competence. I could cause your apocalypse. Ambition, it ain't for the weak. Get it even when I sleep. Ready and willing, what you ready?
I'm Peter Snakebite Wright, and you're watching USA Darts.
Anka and Layla are not wasting any time here as they get underway with the last 16 match in our women's cricket bracket. Layla Bunce, Anka Zilsta of the Netherlands. Good to see her making another trek to Las Vegas to compete in this event. I can't stress it enough. This is a big, big, big event for those international players to get a jump on their WDF ranking for the season. And we saw most, Anka unfortunately didn't make Lakeside. But we've seen a good amount of those individuals that competed and made runs here last year at the Las Vegas Open to a run into that Lakeside and compete on that stage. So it's a good start to your season here if you attend the Las Vegas Open.
Yeah, this is going to be it's multiple factors, right? First off, it's a travel destination for many. If you haven't been to Vegas before, it's a cool place to go. On top of that, it's early in the season. It's a way to just get points early on and start to compound it over time. And 3, by the way, it's Las Vegas, baby.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a big part of it there.
News from the last 32. Jermaine Watamina, 4.74, 2-0 victory over one Ram Gravara.
Oh, boy, Ram Marino.
Yeah. Watch out, everybody. Jermaine Watamina is going to probably make a run here.
Modus
Is
Super
making a
Series
run.
player, Ram Guevara.
Mr. 9 Graham.
9 Gram Ram.
Of course, we did see Jermaine play really well at that DPFL event, winning the cricket side of things there, besting John Brown in the final. It was a really good battle. So it doesn't surprise me he's doing well here. Just thrown a 5 in a match already today.
DPFL guys have their booth over here again. You have the
9.
You have the Magicware booth. You have the Dart Supply shop over there as well. Make sure to go support the different vendors.
I said big 9, but it technically is that should be a 16. There we go. Yeah. Solid 7.
But this is where traditional strategy of close it down versus I'm going to get points and extract value in each number really starts to reign true. Because now Layla's just focused on a 1, 2, 3 close. She's up 73, and we're in a very different scenario very, very quickly.
Yeah, and you can see it's very different strategy. You can see Anka not doing the points route.
Well, and no matter what you can say about Anka's strategy or Layla's, obviously did better than Jen Mounts' strategy today in cricket.
That wasn't me. That was Nick. Don't look at me.
He paid me $5 to say that.
Jen just scolded us. She's tired. Leave her alone. She's just a baby.
She's just a small girl.
Anka, I advise you not to use this strategy in the next leg.
I mean, here's the thing. If you have the better average and you're going first, you can get away with it.
Yeah.
But the moment a 5 marks hit on a number, the moment a 4 marks even hit on a number, it changes the dichotomy of everything. Now, this is where all of a sudden it does start to get a little tricky. 5 bulls is still needed. But if there's one thing we know compared to our Americans versus the international players is the comfort level on the bulls. I feel like it's a big, big difference. You still expect Layla to go ahead and push this one through.
Just a single bull. One step closer to the leg win.
Double for single 15 is not going to happen, but imagine that timeline. Just got to push it through, Layla, and does go ahead and do so. Turns around, gives some respect, gives some knuckles, as that's now a 1-0 lead for the better of the bunts. I don't know, I like So Jr. She's not good at pop darts. We know that. Found that out. Shout out to that power outage.
Pop darts is not her friend. Works on over for another 20.
Yeah, I never thought that my first experience watching Asia and Layla played doubles was in Pop Darts of all the versions of darts.
Yeah, no kidding.
And I was like, wow, that's a very intimidating duo. Against, like, what was it, Joey and PJ, I think? The 5 mark from Anka early on saying, I'm not playing the gentlewoman's game this go-around.
To a good start, Ronka, but that 19 wedge is open.
You see Layla getting frustrated with her game right there. Not happy with the conversion. Decides to just go ahead and pull the parachute altogether. I think you have to stay true and be a little bit more stubborn on that number just because you're giving the second house to the person playing the check down strategy.
Yeah. Yeah, because Anka's going to waste no time working her way around the board. Does put something on the board for Layla, but will she return with that wedge? Unlikely.
Big moment. Big last for Layla. You can see the adjustment on the tablet there as the 18s were closed on that shot.
That's a good turn for Anka. Closes the 17s. Gets her right back ahead, but her saving grace right now is that she does have the 20s and 19s. And Layla, admittedly a forgettable round there.
Yeah, just not having the same tenacity that we just saw in leg number 1. And Anka, on the other hand, saying, I'm going to go ahead and lay down the hammer here.
There's the close. Or sorry, there's more points on the board. I'm all over the place. There's the close.
There's the close. No, you were right. Trust the guts, Will.
I got to.
Well, I need you
I'm
to lock
thinking
in
of that
here.
chicken piccani that we're.
Your commentary's starting to look like Ollie Howard starts, sir. I need you to lock in.
Oh gosh, why did you do that to me?
Lock in.
Why?
Channel your inner Welsh Jesus, okay?
Espresso.
That's
and
what
I'll
you
be all
gotta do.
right. An espresso and I'll be all right.
Nice to meet you, by the way. It's been a long time. I've been a big fan, by the way. Cool. There you go. You see Anka go ahead and push the hat trick in, and now it's 1-1 in this matchup.
Yeah.
Well, Layla gets a throw.
You have a question here. Has anyone seen Bowls with Michael Shannon? When was Michael Shannon in the movie? Let's just put it that way. For 3 seconds.
We are actually doing a USA Darts watch party soon. We're going to be watching it all through. So no spoilers.
No spoilers.
But personally, I, for one, I'm excited.
Legit. Can you even consider Michael in it? Really? Anyway.
I'm just glad that we finally get an example of Jules Van Dongen being a professional darts player. I'm just kidding. Wow.
Well, how about this for both of our ladies? A single mark for Layla.
That'll
and
work.
Just 2 for Anka, who wasn't able to close the door shut on that wedge.
And this is where Layla excelled last time. Here's the pop on the she wants to pop the 20. She thought she closed on the first, and now the hesitation causing just a little bit of a haywire turn because now Layla again, and now it's checked down the other way. You got 40 points. Get a little cozy. You see the reaction. She knows it's important, but there finds the treble. Should stay. Sails it away, but job done. Does Anka continue to play aggressive? She's now pivoting to a more traditional setup and shot selection. there just goes ahead and pulls the parachute on the open and goes for the close. But Layla only needs 3 marks from this position to continue to be fine. She keeps missing that first and finding a trouble. Not going to be the case here. This is the opening for Anka.
This is a big door opener. She can grab a first dart or second dart triple. Ouch. Can't manage to find a little bit more of a push there. That's what it looked like.
You can see how Layla felt about that one. Got to reset. Still important. But doesn't regain the focus. And now Anka single 18 and then 4 17s at least. But she's going to waste the dart. Then bails. And then back up. Up, down, left, right. Not quite in the center, but does get enough for the close.
Man, she's given opportunities here.
Eventually, the punishment's bound to come. Is this it?
This could be it right here.
That's it.
That is a massive, massive round.
Yeah, you can see Layla knows how detrimental this is. 28-point deficit. She closes the 16. She should get a dart the 17, but instead you can see the Arise smile. She still goes ahead and grabs the close. But now Anka's turn to just hit 3 singles. Her second dart's been her lethal one. You can see she glances to the scoreboard for quite a while before throwing. Focus was lost there a little bit.
Yeah, I think she was thinking maybe I go to the 15s, but no, the best answer is go ahead and close down the 16s there. That is a single. That is a single.
I mean, it's enough to get the close. It's 28 points. Anka going for the open. Does pin a 5. Beautiful shot there. It's now 58 points of separation. 4 16s is now required. Can she follow that dart? She almost does, but finds only 2. Anka 3 dart check down. 1, 2, 3. Nothing fancy. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. There's the check down. 26 points. It's a prime number to be up by. It's 3 balls to close and now 2 to get ahead.
Coming down to the wire here. And Layla, unfortunately, is not finding the early success she did have.
Double bowl. 1 more needed for Anka. Trying to find the angle. Single 15 does not help. Stay on it. Doesn't quite convert. Now or never, Miss Bunce, but you still need 5 for a chance. And won't happen. Can't stop whatever's going to happen here from Anka, and Layla's going to be a little frustrated at her run ending in this top 16. Anka should push this through.
She has the right to be a little frustrated, especially at that first leg. That went her way pretty easily.
Let's be honest, Anka adapted her strategy. After leg 1 played a very nice traditional strategy. There was a couple of questionable moments still, but overall she was quick to adapt there, and that's why she survived.
Very well said. I mean, yeah, that first leg, very different from the next 2. So Anka, we'll see her in the last 8, and it will continue on as well. Folks, we're coming down to a final here shortly from Las Vegas, Nevada. William Stewart, Nick Teixeira. We'll be right back in just a moment's time.
Time for some more cricket on our live stream, and we got one of my favorite players to watch in cricket, Chris Lim.
Michael Lim.
Michael Lim. No, he's when we watch Lightning Lim go up there and play some cricket, it's always so fun to see his strategy and shot selection. And John Caffaletti, who is no slouch at all, I believe. He has a CDC Tour card now, right?
I believe so. I think he just
so.
earned it.
I think he just got one.
Yeah.
And of course, associated with DPFL darts as well. So we're out there sitting at the DPFL booth. You can tell, though, that someone needs to tell him how to exit on the stage properly. Will, go yell at him. Go get him. What's funny is when Will does his dad walk while he goes out there to yell at the players. You can see Chris wasting no time at all. Caffaletti trying to fight along on the bottom of the board. Decides to go for the cover on the 17s. Did not like the position of the 9. Hanging over and kind of tilting just a little bit down. Contesting the X. See, this is what Chris Lim does really well. Well, he might not be his father. His darts certainly do listen to him. He finds a 9. 2 on the 16s. Coffletti, you can see the chagrin on his face as he knows I mean a little bit of trouble now. Oh, you can see Will's little jog back there. Look at him go. Look at that little guy go around town. Over to the 15s, trying to make it last stand in this leg, but it is one-way traffic. And Coffletti throwing a 4. Going to just shy of it now with that 2 mark, but I mean, Chris Lim's throwing a 5.5. And that 5.5 is going to dictate most games here. This is a clean, calculated professional performance on the dartboard. And Chris Lim, while that bowl wasn't quite there, his darts certainly are. About as clean as Will's weird little jog thing he did in the background there.
Appreciate it.
Will, you blinked and missed.
Well, yeah, I mean,
5.2 average for Chris Lim will be enough.
this is pretty good. Pretty good stuff.
And this is a last 16 matchup, by the way, so we're starting to get pretty deep into this bracket. Pretty much all the last 16s going. We got one, the last 32 still playing it out over on the other side. That is Brandon Perez taking on Jimmy Wood. Winner of that, we're going to play Kevin Luke. Wadamina and Bruce Robbins. Leonard Gates, Cam Crabtree, we already talked
That's a
about.
good one.
Matt Clark, Joe Chaney. Love that. David Cameron, Jesse DeChow.
Doohoo.
Talked to him earlier, and I said, I'm still going to say it wrong.
He's like, I understand that.
Coffletti starts off with a 7. With Chris Lim only getting a 3. If I'm Coffletti, I am not playing around with Lim. I am attacking that 19. Now I'm bailing out on it, but there he stays true, does convert on the last. There's Lim bouncing right back, and this is exactly why you play that aggressive shot at the 19s. It's just because you want to play a check down strategy here with Chris. You have to ask for a favor because he's in a strong arm position. You don't want to extend this out. I believe these are 20s that are just not going his direction currently. And with a bagel of the turn, this is where Chris really likes to dig deep and really likes to get into the mix. Grabs the 18s. This is where he gets tricky, tricky, tricky. Adamantly staying on the 18s. Finds another. Here's the swing. And not quite by the tangles of my heart, but you know what? It's still going to be a good 7.
That's a solid shot right there.
I'll allow it.
Force John to hit a triple. Putting some more points on the board. As he just chops at the tree, a.k.a. the 20.
I was going to say, Crabtree's in a different match, you silly goose. And see, this is what Chris does. He does his positioning so well, putting stuff out of reach. And Coffletti there, frustrated like a rabbit looking for some lettuce behind a wire cage. Yeah, another good 7 from Chris. Channeling his inner hearth and doing well. Coffletti, frustrated, but I mean, he started 3.7 this leg, 3.4 in the match. It's a perfectly fine average, just not going in the direction that you would typically expect to see.
Oh, man. This is, classic Chris Lim right here.
Leonard Gates beats out Cam Crabtree 2-1.
Hello.
On to the quarterfinals, by the way.
And, I mean, next match. We almost got a Q in that one, right?
Yeah, Bruce Robbins versus Leonard Gates.
I mean, either way. If it's Bruce and Leonard or Bruce and Wadamina, Well, never mind. I can't say that. We don't know if Jermaine has clearance or not.
We're not in charge.
Yeah.
And also, we still have that ladies bracket, which is important
True.
to note
True.
as well. So taking a look at that, because we know we're starting to get into our
I think it's
quarters.
about the same. Yeah, I think it's about the same area.
I believe you just did the 6-7 towards me. They're also heading about the quarterfinals. Asia Jalbert and Anka are currently playing in the top 8. The rest are also playing their top 16 currently. And Tracy Firetag besting Lisa Yee, who I believe went on a not quite a finals run, but she went on a deep run last year. I can't remember exactly where she finished. There, Chris Lim will go ahead and get it done 3 bulls, and you can see Capoletti saying, "Yep, that's about what I could have expected."
Yeah, just hands to the hips.
Hands
like,
to the
well,
knees,
there's not,
hands to the knees.
not much I can do there. Yeah, you're right. All righty, folks. We'll be right back with more entertainment coming your way next from the Las Vegas Open. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back.
Well, Danka for tuning in. It's Anka on the board. Taking on Asia Jalbert in what should be a fun battle here. I'm excited to see how this one will play out, as this is going to be a quarterfinal matchup to see who moves on to the semis. Will Stewart disappointed by Nick Teixeira. How you guys doing?
Yeah, very much disappointed by Nick Teixeira, let's be honest. Should be a good matchup. Asia, our young and talented individual, made the Lakeside stage this past year. Put up a pretty good performance at that, especially for her first time on that iconic stage. Going against Anka's a force center of her own, man. She can be dominant.
She certainly can be. We saw Anka's adaptability. She tried to strong arm at the beginning, and when that wasn't working, she adapted her strategy to be something a little bit more traditional. Asia, though, I mean, you talk about a dart player that's already accomplished a lot on their resume, and they're at the beginning stages of their career. She is one of them, right? She is someone that has gotten the youth title. She is someone that has gone on and won the adult version of the ADO national title. Complete competitor. We've seen her now on the big stage overseas. Clearly showing a lot of promise and not going to be rattled by particular strategies. She's only going to be rattled by what she is and is not hitting. Oh. I was like, I do know. That was a good shot.
Yeah, no, I was silently, not so silently, rooting for my boy Jesse, who's playing David Cameron right now.
I gotta say,
16, so.
I love the support you're showing in the background over here, though.
Me and Jesse have been, we've had plenty of good battles, and that's usually my doubles partner when we play air cap and whatnot. So
I assume he's normally going first on your team as well.
this year I did let him go first. Yeah.
You let him.
No, I said, dude, you got the hot hand. Go ahead, brother.
That's awesome.
Granted, didn't help us make any runs, but
Good team dynamics don't always lead to good results.
True.
Listen to any of our live streams. We have great dynamics. Terrible results.
Yeah, exactly. All righty, back to this one. Anka, well down here in this leg. Asia throwing a 4.6 right now.
Yeah, this is just some mean darts.
Trish actually just asked her, "You want a chalker?" Anka said, "Nope."
Funny. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, usually the Europeans will be like, "Yep, yeah."
Especially cricket.
Nope.
Usually going to go ahead, pop one bowl. That's the idea. There's the execution. Over to the 15s for the first leg on the board. And has 2 left on the return. Anka, not much he can do except dig deep and hope for another miss, something that is not likely to happen in this case. That's fine, 5. We'll take 5. Well, you got a little too fancy with it, Asia. Not fancy enough where it's going to matter. There's no shot available. But get a couple darts in the treble, all of a sudden it feels a little different. That's a 7. Hold on.
Hold on, indeed.
Wait a second. 43-point difference. Has to find 3 on the 17's minimum now. Does do so. 2 15s will push through. Grabs one more. But now I believe, yeah, there should be a shot available. It would be a 9.
A biggie.
Oh.
Will not go.
Joe Chaney beats out Matt Superman Clark 2-0. Chris Lim and Joe Chaney in the top 8 quarterfinals.
Well, Anka well off to the left-hand side to attack that. Yeah, you look at the top side of the quarterfinal. Robbie Phillips, Jason Barlow, Kevin Luke, or Brandon Perez will take on each other in the quarterfinal. David Cameron will either take on Marco Silvas or Jake Smith, a predominantly soft tip player.
Yeah, it's their first time out here. And Jake Hunter and the rest of that South Dakota group came up to me and said, hey, so we came out here and really there's only one thing on our mind. Mayo and a hot dog? And I was like, yes, I'm that guy. I'm that guy.
Yeah, we've heard it from numerous individuals that don't understand that one. Rightfully so.
To be fair, my therapist also tells me it's a problem.
Look at this for Asia. 6 mark on the 19s.
Yeah, it's a great shot. And you can see this is where the strategy starts to become questionable. This is an aggressive close. Does close. No points on the board. Asia should just pop 220s and then try to grab a number. This is an error from Anka that she won't get away with. You have to think. You have to think. But you still need the big single.
Yeah, she was going big pie there all day.
Well, that 2 mark now means Anka needs a 7. That's why that shot's a little questionable.
Mm-hmm.
But Anka said, okay, I'm going to hit 7. There you go.
There's your 7.
And now she's
There's
regaining
your
control.
sign.
There's your sign.
Marco Silvas did best Jake Smith 2-0. So it'll be David Cameron and Marco in the quarterfinals as we're getting closer and closer to finals time. And it's only 8:15. Oh, my goodness.
All except one quarterfinal underway. Kelly West and Maria Carley, I believe, in a last league decider currently. On Anka leaving an opening. Down 1 point. Which version of aggressiveness do we get? Very or not so much? Here's the swing. Taking 1. Especially with the flights pitched up. I mean, again, we have that big arc we see in Asia's throw. So normally she can place quite well even with the flight pitched up. But visual blockers are still blockers. And Anka says, I'm going to go ahead and do the check down. It's a 35-point difference. It's just enough where I think you have to go ahead and start one of the corner pockets. But there, finds a trip 18 on the first. Can she hit the big 6? Get one of those numbers closed. Finds a single. Big dart. Not quite. And Anka, last time she took this gamble, nailed it. This time she needs 6 instead of 7. No joke intended there. 5 will still be fine with a 3-point deficit. But 3 now leaves a shot here for Asia. Triple 15 for 216. Should start with the 216s. Yeah. And the reason that she has to start with the 216s is it forces a 6 mark to have Anka with advantage going into the bowls and almost pins that triple.
On to the 15s. Another one of those would be great. Out collects. I want to put her out in front.
Does get the close. Advantage going into the bowls. It is 3-4 on the bulls. Anka needs to find this, and she's shown expertise hitting that double bull.
Hello to my beautiful wife tuning in. Hello.
Hello. He is not checking out other ladies with glasses.
Can you stop?
She liked the post. She saw it.
How rude.
Just those eyes.
These eyes are crying.
Trying to find the angle. Yeah, it just doesn't get it.
Oh,
Undercuts
no.
it.
And this.
2-2. There's one. Expect this to go now with that position.
Oh.
Nope, not quite.
Fortunate.
She
She had
had
to
to
take
take her
off the
glasses
glasses off
to see
to see that. Has to right the wrongs here and find it. Maneuvers over to the right-hand side.
Big dart incoming. Executes it.
Yeah, that's a clutch turn to make it 1-1. Escapes the holds of Asia Jalbert.
And now we're in a last leg decider. The timing from Anka on those behind the game shots was just massive. And there with Asia, you can see that nod because she knows that Anka's strategy works well when she gets the start, and that's what she just got.
Yes, that is a big-time letdown.
Or is it? Only 2.
She got away with it, but you got to take advantage now. Was like gasp of air there, Nick?
I forgot I wasn't a fish.
Had his inhaler. He needed it there.
I guess so. No, inhalers give me anxiety.
Well, okay.
Don't really have much of a follow-up to that statement.
Well, okay.
Not when other people use them. That'd be weird. Just when I use them. Honey Badger?
You do those yourself.
Pretty cool. Oh, it's Honey Badger darts. That was a good guess. Overline.
Market zero. Big Lebowski style.
Never seen it. I haven't. You have the same spreadsheet.
Can
It's a publicly facing spreadsheet.
The fact that Nick has never seen Big Lebowski. He likes mayo and hot dogs. Never seen Big Lebowski.
Well, can I just take the things you say about me and write them in my Tinder profile?
Yeah, because
Never seen Big Lebowski. Likes mayo and hot dogs. Is there anything else you want to throw in there?
Has a crummy haircut.
It's really not that bad.
Should be bald. Bobby.
Just never really that bad.
Anyway. Asia. Can't convert on the 19, so right back on upstairs. Anka going upstairs as well. Wow.
Yeah, this is a very interesting battle at this point. If I'm Asia, though, I'm defending these 20s. She's playing this aggressive now. She's playing into the game a little bit. Trip 20 here does forgive all. And it almost happens.
Got another drop on the darts there, so trying to work that out of her mind here. As she takes the 20s. Can't convert on the triple, so Asia going to be looking to gather those 18s for herself.
Yeah, 3 is good. 4 is great. Anything less is not enough.
Oh,
but that's still going to be a good cover.
What a switch.
Now Anka should go ahead and find the 18s. Oh, and what a find. What a play. Back up. A little discipline there from Anka. Needed the 3, so not finding the single on the first is frustrating. It's just a 2 on the grab. Anka going to play this aggressive. Going to go for the close.
Can't blame her for doing so.
Not in this position. Not nearly this much.
Tight race here. Asia's going to have to close it down.
Again, though, she's playing into the aggressiveness. You can see the reaction on her
And
face.
that's the tricky strategy, because if you land outside,
Anka's not the type to sit
Don't
there and
take-
point.
don't take your eyes off the 18s if you're Anka.
Well, but that's the thing. Anka's not the type that's been aggressively pointing anyways. I'm not worried about her owning a number. I'm worried about me finding one to point on.
Yeah.
Like, that's the problem with that scenario. It's only a 3-point game. It doesn't really matter in the grand scheme. But, again, you see another aggressive play. There's the close. And just 3 16s is enough for Anka. It's a 7 mark needed for Asia to tie the game. 4 15s for a trip 16. Now you're just trying to mount the defense. And there you only got the 3. Anka going to chase this down. Finds it in 1.
That is
Doesn't even...
superb.
does
I
that-
mean,
do-
she overkills it.
yeah.
She overkilled it by a little bit there.
Kind of wasted those last 2. Because now it's 4-3 in the Bulls. Game shot available because that mistake is a single 16 wasn't grabbed.
Really should have transferred over to the 16s.
Trying to find the angle on the bull.
Close it?
Yeah. You're probably right. I think after that first serve, if you feel like
Where-
you have to move, leave it 3-3.
Yeah, where it's positioned, it makes more sense to take advantage of that 16 and push her to the bull.
Single 16 does push, so there you go. Does get the grab. And grabs the single bull. Anka's still in pole position. Double bull. Will still be enough here for Asia to get a shot at the 16, but it's all or nothing affair. And that dart's pitched up, and again, she has to move. But this time, there is no option to move off the bull. And this might be the end of Asia Jalbert in this matchup.
I think it is. These two should go for Anka.
One more. Not quite. So, one more time. Double bull, trip 16.
What do you say?
We've seen her hit crazy stuff. Just won't be today.
Too little, too late. For Miss Asia.
Get Will an inhaler.
I need one. I'm going to be hitting that neurogum here in just a second.
Maybe your brain will finally turn on. And that's the match. You can see Anka kind of looking for approval. Like, yeah, no, this is over. Just want to make sure.
Just
But
making sure.
Well, there you go. Moves on to the semis. Asia bows out in the quarters.
We'll go ahead and take a quick word from our sponsors, folks. We'll be right back for another match in just a moment.
Now I ain't looking for handouts, I'm looking to stand out. Got the vision, come and watch how it pans out. I've been writing my plans down, trying to stay focused, put out the notice. Who the GOAT is, me hands down. Yeah, no time for arguments, I cut out the politics, no. It's all my competence, I could cause your apocalypse. Ambition, it ain't for the weak, get it even when I sleep. Ready and willing, when you ready.
I'm Peter Snakebite Wright, and you're watching USA Darts.
waiting. Chance the hometown hero, Michael van Gerwen, has to take big moments in the final. Van Gerwen in charge. He leaves double five. Michael van Gerwen wins on home soil.
Let me tell you about A to Z Darts. We're a specialty dart store with over 10,000 different products. We create in-depth videos and blogs to help improve your game and showcase our products. We give helpful advice on how to practice darts, the fundamentals of form and mechanics, and how to make better decisions when purchasing your darting equipment. Whether you're brand new or a seasoned player, we try to provide fun and informative content. I'm Jen, the creative director for A to Z Darts. I've been playing for over 10 years and have traveled the world competing in and promoting the sport. This is Will. He runs our live streaming company, USA Darts, and travels the globe as well to broadcast major darting events and interview PDC players alike. You'll find over 2,000 different sets of darts on our website. Guessing right now you're pretty interested in our resources? Learn about form, throwing mechanics, practice routines, scoring and grouping, checkout methods, cricket strategy, and much more. Visit a-zdarts.com to take advantage of our blog or follow us on social media at AZDarts today.
Well, let's kick it off here in our top 8 as David Cameron takes on Marco Silvas here in this one. Stuart Nick Teixeira on the call as we continue to bring you the action from Las Vegas, Nevada at the Tuscany Suites and Casino. Boy, do they sure treat us well here at the Tuscany.
Yeah, they certainly do. They got, what, chicken piccata tonight for us?
Yeah, some
Not
good
too
food,
bad.
man, and they gave us a presidential suite as well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, come on. Clearly that makes sense.
I mean, why not, right?
Well, here we go. This should be a good one. Excalibur, David Cameron making an appearance on the live stream. And last year, we did see Marco Silvas play in live stream. And every time I read the name, like, did we see him before? And then I look at his dart throw and say, yep, I do remember him. It's a very unique action to his throw, but a very talented player. So don't let him deceive you. And David Cameron going to be wise enough to know not to take it easy on anybody. As he will go ahead and get things rolling and going here.
David played well in his last matchup. So he came through Mr. Jesse Duhu, my good friend, and threw about I think it was a 4.6, 4.7 in that one to get the job done. So
Enough.
I would say that's enough. Looking to continue the trend if he can. Now, David would love to continue the success he had from last season or last year. He actually made a run in that WDF Gold event. Just, I think, just missing out to. No, he did beat Jeff Springer.
Yeah,
in that
there you
final.
go. That
Yeah.
is right. And Springer going on quite the run last year. Of course, then going on and doing well at Lakeside. You know, getting some results. That second round matchup he had was just phenomenal. He didn't have a second round matchup, folks.
Fortunately. Womp, womp, womp. Well, if you look, you can see already a couple marks on that board in the 12 segment. That would be because Mr. David Cameron is rocking the old chalk in between his fingers. A small piece, but still there. There you can just slightly see it as he picks his darts from the board. And we have to mention it, Marco's unique wrist placement when he starts off. Definitely don't see that very often, do you? We always have to mention it.
Yeah, it's definitely something unique, right? It's one of those things that catches your eye. I mean, we talk about unique actions all the time. It's just one of those things where it becomes very, very interesting, very, very quick. We appreciate each and every one of you guys giving us the love and support as we have been grinding it out here for day one of our Las Vegas Open coverage for the Winmore Las Vegas Open Cricket Singles event. Things are getting towards the latter half of it. Things are winding down and getting intense here as everyone's thinking, if I made it this far, why not take it all? David Cameron, though, says, I want to take leg number one and not worry about all that superlative stuff that Nick was just saying. You can see 7 mark there for Cameron. Continues to find some success. Continues to keep things grooving. Marco going to be wanting a little bit more, and you can see the reaction there from him as he really thought the last one was going to be going in the trip. It looked like it could have. Chris Lim and Jermaine Wadamina sitting in the first semifinal matchup. Robbie Phillips winning on the winner of Kevin Luke, Brandon Perez. Again, we talk about never underestimate Kevin Luke, but Brandon Perez in a Las Vegas tournament is always going to be one of my top picks. He lives in town, folks. Of course he's going to have a little bit of hometown advantage. Did get a chance to play Brandon Perez here about 4 weeks ago in a blind draw. I lost. That has to say something. Women's side of the bracket, Cali West and Anka. Currently going to be our first semifinal. Both of the other quarterfinals underway with Mayu and Shiori and then on one side, and then Tracy and Robin on the other. If Robin wins 2 straight and Callie wins her next match, they will meet in the finals for a Lover's Affair. You'll love to see storylines like that develop. Just like Marco loves to see those 17s develop. He does go ahead and play the aggressive shot of the 19 on the last with a 23-point difference. When you're thinking of mass of 25, the shot works. But when you don't get the close, it could hurt. And I say could because there doesn't find it. So now Marco afforded himself an opportunity to take a swing. Shiori does win over Mayu to go ahead and move on. One of our JDC players here doing quite the well representation. We always see some of them just go on a deep run. It's always cool to see those international talents continue to fight. I mean, right now, 2 of the top 4 spots are taken by international women in the semis. On the other side here, I mean, 1 of the 4 semifinal spots is taken by international player Jermaine Wadamina. Cameron would technically make 2 if that happens. If you count Canada here and you're not counting just U.S. We always like to lump our North Americans in together. It makes us U.S. people look way better. I think for this angle, did a lot of work to try to make that one, well, work. It makes sense because a single would have brought it back within 1 bowl. Doesn't find it. Cameron grabs the point lead, gets 1 dart if he wants it. Does decide to take it and doesn't convert. Big moment here. If you can follow that dart into the trip, you get the swing. There's the dart. Here's the go sign. And there's a little bit too much excitement on the
A
dirt.
little bit too far off there on that one.
Right idea. Did his homework. And there does David Cameron say, go ahead. I will go ahead and load that one up and make this feel a lot further out of reach because now 2 trips does not get the point lead. It's now a 7 mark needed on the 16s. Not a bad marker. Had to move for it, though, so not a good position for his particular viewpoint.
Yeah, I think that those 16s are going to be gone. No doubt about it.
Well, that was what Cameron did. He's like, okay, enough hero darts. I'm just going to take one round, load it up.
Yep.
I've given him enough stabs. I give myself enough stabs. Let's just reset here. The reset paid off quite well.
Good strategy to have.
And they're not getting the close. It was a gamble anyways. It would have left 6 bowls. Not really the spot you want to leave yourself in anyways. There's the 3 bowls, and Cameron gets a 2-0 win. As you see Chalker coming up on stage to say, oh, it's over. Oh, no, he's looking for his partner. Okay, there was already a Chalker on stage. She's like, hey, I kind of need my partner. And David Cameron said, I got you. I'll make sure he's free. I'll make sure he's free.
Well, there we go. Winner, winner, chicken dinner for David Cameron as he will advance into the semifinals. And so will we. Only a few matches remaining here in our bracket, folks, on our Friday action from Las Vegas. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back momentarily for more.
Don't
It's time for the semifinals, and we got a good one up here. You can see Robin Curry stepping up to the line, taking on Shiori Sato in what should be a good matchup with her JDC representation, making the stage. And Robin Curry's going to be kind of turning her neck a little bit because she's playing right there, and Callie West is playing Anka in the other semifinal. We could see a lovers' quarrel in our final.
Definitely could. How about the run for Robin and Callie here in this one? Good to see.
I was walking around to dart players, and I said, who are you most excited to play and least excited to play this weekend? And Callie said, I'm least excited to play Robin. I don't want to play her.
And they always end up on the same side of the bracket. So
This
it's
is the
good to
one time
see-
they're not.
It's good to see them on different sides in this one, but both got a farewell. Both have difficult matches. One versus a savvy Japanese player, one versus a savvy Dutch player.
Now, we always talk about international players' strategy on the dartboard. Japan has a pretty heavy cricket adoption, so you would expect to see nothing too questionable. If anything, you might actually see very conservative strategy, as typically you play Asian-centric cricket models. They're very heavy on the points.
Yes. Agreed.
But their first dart drilled. You can see that big blink as she pulls back her dart.
Dude, that is.
We've seen this before. It's a common with Asian players, man.
We saw it last year with one of the Asian players that made a run in that silver event. I think, and she's actually here this year again.
And she was shooting like a 77, and I don't even think she saw a single dart that she threw.
Nope.
Incredible.
Yeah, very interesting.
It's definitely, it's funny how those things develop, right?
Yep.
But you can see it's on the drawback. Once the dart's in position, that's when she opens and follows through. Pay close attention to that dart's positioning. There, and then right before she starts following through, she opens them up. Kind of resets the brain a little bit there, and
So
it clearly
crazy.
works. I mean, this is buttery smooth. Finds that 7 mark there, and Robin Curry is facing some fury on the other side here.
We got to clip that moment right there. That was something.
Get on it.
Yep.
Tommy?
Clipped.
Tommy?
That's definitely a short. We need the Dos Saggies guy. The most interesting woman in the world.
Oh, Dos Equis?
Yeah, the Dos Saggies guy.
Those Sekis?
Whatever. Dos Saggies.
Dos Equis.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. I barely got that out in the first one because I was
You were
trying to figure out what I was thinking of.
You were saying too saggy or something. And I was
Oh,
like,
I definitely said
Dos
Dos.
Equis.
Dos Aggies. Amber or lager? Which one?
Give me the amber, please.
Double down on that one.
Robin's going to think, okay, we got a best of 3 for a reason here. Just not able to get much going, even with the 4 mark on the 15s. And to be fair, Sato not wasting any time punishing that either. One, 2, 3 is all she needs. Robin's going to go ahead and just play for the Bulls. Continue to fight along. Robbie Phillips and Brandon Perez currently duking out in that quarter-final matchup to see who will play Dave Cameron. Chris Lim and Wadamina get underway. Good luck to Har's brother.
He needs it.
Just such a classically smooth stroke. I'm so excited to see how her game goes in the WDF tomorrow at this rate.
I mean, it's pretty.
This is lethal darts right now.
Yeah, that's pretty solid stuff.
4.1's class.
Yeah, that's
class.
class. Whether you're male, female, it doesn't matter. You can hang with anybody with a 4-1. That is excellent stuff.
First dart
And
trips.
She's just going to continue here. I mean,
You know what's one of the hidden benefits of that eyes closed strategy that she's doing is you see these dart players start to second guess and their eyes are shifting the scoreboard as they're setting up and throwing sometimes. No, I mean if you close your eyes when you set, you have to know what you're going to open them to throw at. There's no hesitation or question about where she's going. Robin Curry trying to get the 19s online. 4 does help. How aggressive does Sato play? See, Sato kind of pushes her hips out a little bit. You can see kind of has that back lean.
Take a look at the side profile when she comes back here.
Robin,
It looks like her chin is very much down as well.
well, especially in the 19, she definitely
Yeah.
looked like it was a different position. Robin's starting to get a lot tighter in grouping, and this is more of the Robin Curry we expect to see. Beautiful darts, just unfortunately catching the wrong side. I don't expect Sato to play this aggressive again. I would expect a 20.
Here.
But there, finds the 18 on the first. It's practically touching her chin.
It was bound to happen.
Oh.
Look at that side profile here. Just, I mean, let's look at the chin. Yeah, you can see very much lean forward. Wow. And the only thing moving right now is that arm.
Yeah,
And
no.
that follow through is immaculate.
Yeah, very still composure. But again, Robin's form, I mean, there's not much going on. The only thing I will always say is that when the darts start pointing at the ground and then you move them up, there's so much movement into the dart. But let's be honest, Robin Curry's throw is also class. She's a class player.
Been in the game involved in the game for quite some time.
A veteran of the sport.
Same darts throughout her career as well. Those are
Exact
girl
same.
and
Exact same.
worn down like all the way.
Hey, tried and true if it works for you. And this is where Sato gets aggressive. Single 20 or 17 will push back the point lead. And does do so. Plays it safe on that dart, but no harm, no foul. And that's a bad time for the dartboard to say no thank you. Well, the 50 on the last does help. Not going to be enough to dissuade Sato from just going for the three singles, having a 4-3 advantage and two houses going into the bowl. Class clean performance from our international representative. Saw Eva Watson make the finals and win in the cricket singles as a Welsh player that's never played cricket before.
Yeah, I mean, we always say, man, us North Americans, we know the game of cricket, and then all of a sudden these international players just come in here and just proceed to pepper triple beds left and right.
Turns out the best
And,
strategy is hitting.
Yeah, it's just hitting. Just hit what you're aiming at, and that's the best strategy out there. So far, that's what Miss Soto has been able to do.
Well, it's also good strategy she's been playing.
Yeah, it's very good.
She's definitely dual threat at the moment. But needs to find 220s. One more. Important dart. And does go ahead and tee it up. You can see the reaction. One more, but it's enough. Now, if I'm Robin, I think I go for 217s and 320s. I start with the 20. If I don't find a trip, I go to the bull. One reason I say that is because I will take the gamble.
Outside, but can afford to stay there.
Yeah, it didn't have to move, but this is where it starts to get interesting. Again, I think there's a strong argument for 217s and a 20. I mean, at this point, though, you can just go for the three bulls, add the dart. I just worry that if you go for the three bulls, then Sato's just going to go ahead and load up the 20 so you can't get back in range. There's the double, needs one more. Oh, just shy. Curry thought it was going. Curry from downtown.
She dunks it. That's kind of a difficult dart, isn't it? You ain't
Yeah.
going to place it right on top of there.
Doesn't add a bull, but now means another single does push the bull, finding that 17.
Oh, beauty.
But there's the double. Not even thinking about it. Drill it. Not going to happen. And now, game shot available. 21 points. Just enough. This would be a cool one.
This would be a very cool one.
Robin knows. You can see that slight smile. She knows she has one chance. She will not get that one chance. You can see the grin immediately following that wry smile from earlier. And doesn't find the one bull to push. Now Sato to go ahead and walk it into the finals.
Quite the display in that first leg. No doubt about that. Pretty good one in the second as well.
Yeah, it just got a little bit slower in play, but I think she's an absolute threat and probably my front runner at this point to win the bracket as far as the players of which we have seen, although Anka has proven to be quite the trouble for some of these players. Does fall out to push the bull. Does leave double bull for double 17 at trip 20.
Here's a look at the bull.
He's still got to find 2. And Robin knows that this is just about over despite the fight. That was opportunity come and gone, unfortunately, for her. Robbie Phillips does best Brandon Perez 2-0 to play David Cameron in the semis. And there's the match. Shiori Sato bests Robin Curry and does so in absolute style. Will be playing in the finals against either Callie West or Anka Z in what should be a good matchup. We will be getting that next matchup here in just a moment's time, and we will be back with some finals action not too long after. Nick Teixeira, Will Stewart, don't go far, folks. Well, here we go. It is time for the finals, and we are going to see how this one plays out as we have Callie West taking on Shiori Sato in what should be a good matchup here to see who will get the women's cricket title in the Winmore Las Vegas Open cricket singles event. My name is Nick Teixeira, joined by Will Stewart. And Will, what are we thinking about this one?
It should be a good battle here between these two ladies. We just saw Shiori really play well against Robin. But Callie, she can hold her own. Let's see what she's got.
You
in
take
store
out
right
my
now.
wife, I take out you. Callie got extra motivation, and she's going to show it.
She just bested Anka in a pretty good little battle, winning 2-0 in that one. Now we will take the jump up. It is a first to 3 leg final here, so reminder of that one.
You see Callie trying to find the angle. A little frustrated with that one, knowing it's an important turn because here comes Sato, and Sato has been just absolutely clutch. Going ahead and just 1, 2, 3 punch will be enough.
Callie is going to have to go to the 17s here and have to find a hefty number, preferably a couple triples, if not fill it up. That'll work. Good 7.
Big 7.
It's just enough to give her that point advantage.
I mean, not wrong. I love that you take the most flattering photos of me. That's also true.
All righty. Callie attacking those 20s. I get it. I would have. I mean, I look for the wedge before I hone in on those other ones, but it's a tricky one, isn't it?
The problem is that she has 2. All right, if
Yeah.
it was just 20s versus open, I would say that's fine because you could do some crazy things to get rid of that 20. The problem is in this very moment, it doesn't change much because Sato can just do this. Even now, just a single 20. It's 3 houses. The X doesn't help Callie at all. Make that a trip on the 20, and boy, oh boy. It is race to 3 legs. It is important to note this final does extend out just a smidge more.
Well, 15s on the attack. 1, 2, 3 will do. 1, 2, 3 is what she gets.
While Callie's going to fight on the bulls, it is going to be a tough situation here as, again, Shiori just doing what she has been doing. Just playing some dang good darts, man.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
I usually don't, but sometimes I
Yeah,
do.
you kind of do. Let's be real.
What's the last thing I lied about? Because I actually just eat Chicago dogs. I just happen to have mayo on the hot dog today. Is that what we're talking about here?
Remember when you said you were getting that footage done and had it ready, and you just
Hey, what does
didn't?
this button do?
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah. All right, on to this.
Remember when you told me you loved me?
Onto the Bulls for Fury, and I mean, it's a 3-9 right now, and it's. I mean, Callie's not far off the mark, but it's the have and throw that's the main thing here for Fury. So adds up a couple points.
Yeah, no harm, no foul. It's 4 numbers, so Callie needs to somehow get the point lead by finding 2 bulls and grab at least 1 single on another number. I think the single 20 matters here.
Yes.
And Callie agrees.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I do watch Garage Darts, and that's where I get it all from.
Yeah, kudos to her YouTube channel.
The reason that matters is, don't get me wrong, the point lead should be regained. But on the off chance that all 3 of these darts just go wayward, Callie gets a game shot. Should be a single 18 on the grab, at least. Make it a triple. You go back to the bull now with the 3 house advantage if she wants,
Oh
and she does.
Yeah, no reason not to on that. Try to snag at least 1, and that's what she does. Makes it a little bit easier when she returns. And see if she returns with the point lead or not. Will not. I was almost banking Callie to go ahead and hit the red bit in the center
She
with
cer-
that last dart.
She certainly would like to. Because the problem is 7 points just isn't enough to dissuade this shot.
How
There's
about
one
that?
bull.
Yeah, go ahead and attacks the bulls in that circumstance.
And now this last dart, you can just pop a single, avoid the bull. She still stays on. Now that's a little too aggressive. You left a shot. You single 16, trip. You start with the 18. If you don't find a trip, you can bail to the bull. You do not start single 16 here because you want to make sure you have the parachute. There, it doesn't go. Pull the parachute.
So much for that more conservative strategy we thought we were going to see from the Japanese players here.
I mean, I think she willingly took the coin flip.
Yeah.
I just don't like flipping coins.
It leaves that 50-50 chance, right? You just never know what's going to
Either it will happen or it won't happen.
True.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes.
Maybe not.
This time going to play a little bit safer. Needs two 18s.
Oh.
Switch to the trip 16 or trip 15. You have to find a triple anyways. Pops the bull. Okay. Well.
You left her another opportunity here.
And now you can go single 16 for two 18s and play it in that direction because then it forces three 15s. So play the safer route. Go for those numbers first. Can't afford to do that. You have to find at least a single because you want to make sure to add that dart and make it a 3 mark instead of a 2.
That little smile from Callie said it all, didn't it?
It certainly did.
You can't do that.
Because now it's just two single 16s. Tied score, but close numbers. Winner, winner. Chicken dinner for leg number 1. And there you go, double 16. Yep, no, that does work, Sato. Certainly does work.
Just 3 fat 20s. Start her off. Robin looking on here in support of Callie. Just missing out on the opportunity to play her in the final.
Well, this is a little bit more like it from Callie, a little bit more vigor on the dartboard, and you can see she's playing this more aggressive. She said, I'm not going to mess around because she's playing mean darts, and I don't like her. She's being mean to me. But there's the 18. How aggressive. This time staying. Can she load it up for all 3? Sato says, give me 7.
That'll do. That will do.
I believe it's pronounced, that'll do, donkey. That'll do. Pop the 18, leave it to a 4. Does she want to gamble? You're in Vegas. She did want to gamble. Unfortunately, did not find anything except 7s on the craps table there.
So if I'm to definitely get rid of the 19s here for a start. And what you do here is probably going to take a shot at the 20s before transferring over.
Yeah, you got to take your stab at some point. I don't mind the conservative nature here. Here's the stab. Yeah, there it is. You got to think. It's a good look at it. Sato trying to regain control.
There's a big triple. She tries again on the 18th and just can't get the single to go. That's a real bummer because it gives Soto the opportunity here to just single 18, single 20, close the door shut. Probably going to be your mindset here. You bank the triple, go right back. Oh, no, a little floater on that dart number 2. Tight back and forth here. Yeah, you can see Callie really wanted to go 18s there, but just you can't afford to. You need the points. You're pretty much just giving her the option to take away those 20s if you had looked at the 18s.
The difference is it's about the match position, right?
Yes.
It's about the fact that it's 1-0 lead in a race to 3. That's 33.3% of the way there to a win, if you ask me. And right now, the player that's showing more control is Sato. The player that has just been absolutely lighting up pretty much whatever she wants to hit is Sato. And she's doing so good, she does it with her eyes closed, Will. Literally.
Mad.
It still blows my mind.
Absolute mad. I
Blows my
mean,
mind.
yeah, the throw is outrageous, but it works. It just goes to show you
Oh,
This
but
game is for anybody.
Callie West does go ahead and do what she needs to do. Gets the close, re-secures up that point lead, and does find a new playground. It forces Sato to have to play for a 9. You have to find 2 trip 16s to have an option. No matter what, you're going to stay over there. Beautiful first.
That is an excellent. She can maneuver any way she wants to around that one. Maybe top or bottom.
Yeah, you're going to stay. Unfortunately, that last one stacks up on top of the last. If those were bull hitter V1 darts, it would have been a 9. Sorry, I had to do an ad read.
It'd be 3.
Yeah, I get paid every time I say that.
Those 3 trip 1s, huh?
If you trip 1's going for the 16, that's really your fault, to be fair. You can see another classic shutdown, but now it's a 7 mark range. This is a lot more doable. We just saw a big find on the trip. She can drill that first one to a good position. Not quite there. A little bit of a reset. 4 marks is still going to be enough to at least make it interesting at a tied score. With just 2 on the grab. This is where Callie's going to play for the 1, 2, 3, because if you can get yourself an advantage going into the bulls, you win that position 85% of the time. And at this elite level, I would argue it's closer to 95% of the time.
Very true.
I made up that statistic. Well, that can't be true.
Well, you made up statistic work, I guess. Let's put it that way.
Let's go ahead and close it up. You got to play for 4 bulls, or you can close it round and leave it 4-3. The way she's been hitting the bull, it makes sense. Can you tell me how to get a triple? Says Will. I do appreciate that you're doing this on my work signed-in accounts.
Well, you're
by the way.
You're the one that answered the questions first. So you're welcome.
If you guys are curious what's happening in the background, you don't want to know. Sato, no game shot available, needs to find at least 3 bulls to add a dart to Callie's throw. She's been pretty consistent on marking it up before, but now the bulls have been evading her just a little bit. And Callie looking likely to make this 1-1. We're kind of framing this up to be a little bit more David versus Goliath, and I think it's starting to become Goliath versus Goliath here.
Well, I think that we said it. I said it in the very beginning, like, is the advantage of having to throw. That's key here. You see identical averages from both parties. I mean, it's a little bit more advantage towards Callie with the 3-1, but both finished at a 2-9. Yeah, so it's just the start. That's the key here. And speaking of starts, she already will get it here. So
we've seen her start off with a treble 20 every single cricket leg she has started. Won't be a treble on the first or second dart, but at least 3 on the close. No, she sails it outside. I blame that one on me.
Well, look at that face said it all. She is thinking that Callie's going to make her pay for that one.
And if I'm Callie, I'm thinking, I want to make her pay for that one. And their big last start merchant.
It's a savior, but it's not as big as you thought it was going to be, right?
It's enough where it goes from, I could punish this, to, I want to punish this, to, oh God, please go in. And just the bare minimum after 2, tries to open up the 19s, and does find it on the last. This is where Callie needs to not get into the rat race and chase the 19s. Needs to reestablish a little bit more security. Goes for the 18s. Can work into the treble. Now going to have to kick it through the uprights. And no, goes outside, so just 3 plays 3. If I'm Sato, I'm thinking, okay, if I don't hit at least 5 on the 19, so effectively, if I don't start with 2 trebles, I am not moving. I have the position, I have the throw, and I want to get to match point first. I'm not here to be nice. But there, aggressive play pays off in dividends so far.
Wow.
This is beautiful. You know you have a triple in your back pocket, you're fine. Big 7.
Stunning 7.
Do it the other way around, though, folks.
Yeah, yes.
Do not do
please.
it in that order.
Please.
If you're Ollie Howard listening in, please make sure to do the other way around.
I feel so bad for Ollie right now.
Someone has to.
He's got a bald spot on the back of his head and everything.
I didn't say it. Good 4 on the 17s from Callie, but not enough to stop the momentum that Sato is now rolling with. You gotta admit, and it's every time we see these JDC players, right? I always see
Okay.
Hi, sorry, lost my last brain cell there. No, there's a level of composure, right? I mean, you literally see that it's firm in stature, serious in nature. You love every bit of it.
Certainly so, and we love seeing our Japanese players attend this event. I mean, last year you had a good handful. There's a few more in attendance this year, which is always nice.
Yeah, you love to see that too.
All righty, well, 76 plays 102. The 19s want to find that ideal triple shot, but once again, playing the close on the 17s. Interesting strategy we're seeing from Soto, but she's
Inverted.
committed. She's committed on these closes into points.
Well, I mean, the shot calls for a 3 mark. It calls for 2 19s, and then you could stab it. She's just doing it the other order. It's, again, living a little bit risky for my taste, but this is where it can get interesting because Callie finding the 16s. Here's the swing. Finds a 9 mark for Callie West. My goodness. Callie West, garage darts, parks it in the garage.
What a
Wow.
shot. And that could be enough to swing this her way in this leg.
Yeah, now has to play for a 6 mark on the 15s, 5 if you want to be down only 1 mark. Wanted a 9 on the turn to answer back, but what a time for that shot. You know, I know we're hyping up because we always get so excited watching the international players we don't always get to see. But Callie West is a gritty player that just has been doing so well. And the fact that she's not hobbling around anymore like we saw her on the scooter the last couple of tournaments, I'm glad to see that the darts are transpiring into full form as well. Single 15 adds a bowl.
Wow, okay. For those that are wondering, Chris Lim bested Jermaine Wadamina 2-1
Wow.
in the semifinal. David Cameron, Robbie Phillips are still underway as we'll have that final of the men's coming up next to conclude our coverage here on Friday night at the Las Vegas Open. That's a big-time win for Chris. And, I mean, he's had his fair share of wins, but that was a tough battle between those two gentlemen. Last leg, 5-5, 4-0. It's pretty solid.
Yeah, that will work just fine, but you can see did slow down a little bit there for Wadamina. Chris Lim keep on the gas pedal, showing that he's a front runner in this.
Going to be committed to the Bulls here.
Needed a double to get the swing at the 16. Allie's not being able to push this through. Single 16 does go ahead and push it, but there you go, finds the 1 bowl. And now it's a 2-1 lead for Callie West. She will have the darts in this leg as well. And this is where it gets real interesting.
Definitely an interesting position.
Got to start with a nice close in this 20. Don't leave it with a 2 mark wide.
And
Does
that's
leave
what
it with
she
a 2
does.
mark wide.
Those pesky 2 markers, man. We see it 0-2 often.
Yeah.
At the worst possible times, right?
It's funny how the timing works out and stuff like that because this is what Sato's going to do. Starts off with a trip, wastes no time, and answers right with a 5, doing exactly what she should do. Now, Callie, if she finds a trip on the first or second dart, should still close this 20, but you have to close the 19 first now. Stay there, follow the dart, and should pop it on this last. And does it do so? Good 5 mark from Callie West. Good strategy play. You're up 2-1. You get to take the risk now. You get to decide when you want to make them do the work, and you get to decide when you want to just go ahead and say, screw it, I'm going to change up the game a little bit.
How about this, man? Get in the house. Just 1, 2, 3 punch. So that'll give Callie the advantage on the 19s.
I still needs 2 19s to regain the point lead, so she should be staying for all 3 darts.
1,000%. I would not move.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Ooh, just a single mark. That hurts. So they're probably going to look to close here based on her strategy in the past, right?
Yeah, I would say that this is the play where she takes a look. She's going to start there and hope she finds at least a single. Beautiful marker, you would think. No, she switched to the double. Mike Maloney, popular in Japan. Most people don't know that. Guys, Will's lost it. He's laughing at my
Because
jokes.
half these people are like, Mike, who?
Yeah, just picture a dude wearing Hey Dudes and a backwards hat and
That's
only
it.
throws at the doubles ring, and there you go. Listen, it's a one more event. I can bring up one more sponsored players. Bull Hitters V1. They literally make you 5% better in darts base rip. You just throw them. Good. You get at least one more mark a game.
Is that it?
And that's it.
Everybody's going to be buying them. Pretty much already.
I think everyone has tried
Yeah,
to buy them. I
pretty
think
much.
that's it. You got me some for Christmas, right?
Nope.
Cool.
Rocking those Will Stewarts on your necks, though. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm about to. Back to the match. Here we go. Lee does try to go ahead and establish a new number, but there, the last start not going in. All over the wire. Aggressive play, but this time stays calculated. It's a 1-point game. Trip 16, single 17, double 18 if you want to get real crazy. Or you stay on the 16s for a full set and then try to go for closes in a separate turn. Decide your strategy. Decide how many marks you're forcing your opponent to hit. Ellie hates the position of those fights. I mean, there's a strong argument to just bail to the bull or 15. If you find the angle, you're a hero, though. Callie West from downtown.
Downtown, where all the lights are.
Oh, do you know the Malcolmore lyrics? I thought you were
No.
going that way.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
Where'd you downtown were you going?
I just said it. Downtown, where are the lights? It's an old song. You would
80s?
probably before that. I think 60s.
Oh, then I might know it. It's a good decade.
Good decade for sure.
Well, Callie, while she didn't get the conversion she wanted, is going to get the break she needed.
That is a big break here because it allows her to potentially grab the point advantage here with a trip 16.
Well, at this point, she's just trying to hold onto the rope and try to find stable footing.
Oh, what a last. What a last. Great 5 mark.
But this is where Sato's been so tricky. All of a sudden, you think things are going one direction. She's like, yeah, first start trip. And not a first start trip. But it would have been cool if that worked out like that. Let's find out in the second.
I was going to say, it may not be first, but definitely the second. And
If you ain't first, you're last, Will.
that's a good conversion. 25-point lead for her. And Callie probably, unless she hits the triple first dart, going to probably be staying here on 16s. And even with the triple, I'd be tempted to stay.
Yeah, no, you have an X. Juice the number. She does go ahead and pop it there. I think she didn't like the angle of the flights, which is causing her to move.
And yeah, if you even question that, go ahead and abandon to that number because you only need the single mark to close. So it's not a bad strategy, but on the opposite side, she could close the 16s here.
It's good math, though, because it's 39 points, right? So now you're saying, okay, I
You
need
need the
3
triple.
18s for a single 16.
Yeah.
She hits a 4, and then all of a sudden, well, now it's just 2 18s and 4 15s. It's a little tricky. Starts with the close. Now has to find a trip within the first or second or third dart, excuse me.
But now, I mean, she's already forced Callie if she comes back and only hits 2 18s. She makes it real interesting, doesn't she? Yeah, 2 18s, so makes it interesting. Does Callie attack?
You play the 5 mark. You start 15 for 2 18s.
I agree.
You
have to grab a wedge here.
I agree.
And
She's playing it all or nothing. She's shoving her chips in.
she can afford to do it. I mean, she's got the 2-1 advantage, so it's not really – it can harm you, yes, but you've got the option to do it.
She doesn't go. Now, here's what happens. Sato coming up needs 4.
Yep.
If she hits 4, she has advantage going to the bowl. She has to actually hit 6 to add past that advantage. So the difference between a 4 mark and a 5 mark is negligent here.
That's a pretty good marker, Dart. Yeah, exactly. Big 4.
But again, a 5 is the same as a 4 with where the points are at right now. Just kidding, my math was off. That's a big shot there from Sato.
That's a bigger shot than I mean,
Jet
'cause-
lag is real, folks.
Well, it causes Cali to commit on really the Bulls.
Yeah, you don't want to leave it 5-3. Now it's 3-3 on the Bulls.
Oh, okay, 3 will work.
Yeah, it's a good shot.
After the first.
We do have our final set here in our open brackets. We'll be coming up here in just a moment after this match concludes. That will be David Cameron taking on Chris Lim. 2 amateur players going on the run.
Oh, that is 115.
Doesn't add anything. She needed 2. Callie West, 2 Bulls, 2 15s for the match. Will she get a match start in? There's 1 bull. Needs one
That's
more bull.
a great dart.
It's so tough. So tough. Do you go the double 15 and just try to leave it 3-1? No, she does stay to try to push the bull. Doesn't find the angle. Sato should not even consider a bull here until she finds a trip 15. She needs to get to that 75-point marker, at least 57 points by adding in 3 single 15s would do so. There's 1. It does push the first bull. Then she switches. But see, that second dart or that third dart does nothing because 47 doesn't add. So if you're going to do that, you have to stay until you get above 50 points. That was the point of the exercise because now it's the same shot. 2 bulls for 2 15s.
Tricky stuff. Can Cali get it for the win?
There's 1 bull again. Does not get the go sign again. Same as the last go. Single 15 now pushes it to be another 2 bull turn. 2 15s now gets above that 50-point threshold. So it should be 2 15s and then the bull.
So now, this is where it makes sense, the 15s.
1 more 15 does help. That pushed once. 1 more 15 pushes again, though, so it's okay to alternate. That's fine.
I
don't love that order, but it's fine.
I still think you got to go 1-2. It allows, if you do happen to miss, you get 1 more, pressure's a crazy thing.
At this point, I don't know if it's pressure or fatigue. Double bull. Not going to happen. She's frustrated that she finds the 2 single bull. You can
now.
see, but 1 more bull. Doesn't go.
Flights.
2-point difference. As again, now 2 15s to push the bull.
Definitely see the ricochet off the flights on that last one.
Math and 25s, folks. She knows it's 2 15s to push the bull, and this time does need to use all 3. So now 2 bulls once again for 2 15s. Crazy. I was crazy once. They locked me in a room full of rats. Rats make me crazy. Crazy. I was crazy once. They locked me in a room.
What?
One
just
more
happened,
bull
ladies and
needed.
gentlemen?
Same thing that's happened every single time. Crazy. I was crazy once. They locked me in a room.
What is that from?
A rubber room.
I'm just as confused as you folks at home. On the insane asylum after this. All righty, well, 45 points. 346, 52-point advantage here.
Good push on the bulls. Wise use of the 15s. At some point, Callie
I would
has
almost
to
just
say,
pop-
go
yeah.
for 2 15s.
Oh, just pop the 2 15s.
At some point, it has to change. Something has to give.
I'd have been tempted right there after that first start. Just go pop them. Force her to the bulls. Oh, that's a great first.
Yeah, stay there and drill it.
Should be. We are set for a last leg decider here in our cricket final.
Crazy. That's a crazy one.
Stop it. Just stop it.
Locked me in a room. Darts room. Sato's been excellent on her starts. And you know what happens when you get into those bowls versus the, sorry, I hadn't looked at
Yeah,
Chet that
you
whole
read
time.
that- yeah, probably-
I
You shouldn't have, because they're definitely going to make fun of you after that one.
Sato is probably thinking the same thing everyone thinks when they get into a bowl versus 15 type of battle. Please let me shoot at anything else. And was eager to find the 20s off the rip. Same with Callie and the 19s.
Good for Callie. You saw her attack the 20s with Dart 2.
He's staying up. The last leg decider, this is where I don't want to make the one risky move. I want to make you make the risky
Yes.
move. If I decide to flip a coin, it's not me flipping it for myself. It's me flipping it for you.
Force them to throw what you want them to throw at, not the opposite.
And the beauty of cricket, right?
Yeah. Make them chase you. That's the ideal.
I'm just trying to
play.
force my dart to hit the board half the time. That'd be great.
Yeah, it's that 1.2 average is intact. Anyway,
It's a 1.6 today. I averaged the same as Jen Mounts on one of her legs in today.
gosh, you're going to get fired.
I
It's
can't
great.
get fired if I quit. Crazy. I was great. I'm just kidding. I can't do it again.
Oh
I
my
can't do it
gosh.
again.
You're going to lose your talking privileges.
That's fair. Take it away, Will.
All righty. Callie on to the 19s here. Looking to regain that lead and does so. Good 76 there. Give her a 52-point lead. No holding back now. Last leg. Who wants it more?
I'm not here to be nice. I'm here to be mean. That's the mentality you need to have. And that first dart and then shifting down, that's nice. Don't be nice. That first dart was so good.
Yeah, I'd have been tipped for one more. Just stay right there for one more, and then
You're leaving Callie an opportunity. Trip 19 gets you 2 single 20s. She's good enough to get that opportunity. Just doesn't happen in this turn. Instead, she gets a triple on the second, and she does get an outside opportunity, but she's staying down, trying to ride it on the barrel. 48 points. Now, this time, if you find a first start trip 20, you can go, but she's looking down. She's starting there.
ooh, I
Outside.
think that is outside, isn't it?
Reset. This has been such a good back and forth. The momentum that Sato started with, you thought, oh no. And then the grit that Callie fought with, you're like, oh no. And now we're here, and you can see Callie's face. That's the face we're making right now, not knowing what's going to happen next. Interesting plays. 8-point deficit. 19's on the grab. Now, 2 19s would be massive here after that beautiful 18.
Oh.
Drills the double, and this is a potential dagger dart. Does find a beautiful 6. Not enough to lock it in, but that's a shot to the liver right there, and those hurt.
Yeah, what a double 19 there to just close that door shut.
Well, one door closes. Can another one open? A garage door, to be specific.
Tricky as she can't find it. Only the 2.
And here's where Sato likes to play the check down.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Get that closed, get that second number. Makes all the difference. There's 1. Looking for 2. And can we get 3? She does. It's calculated. It's not fancy. It's not going to make the record books, but it will work. Callie fighting back, not going to go quietly into the night. Sato has been playing aggressive with these 2 houses. I expect that here. Exactly what's going to happen here. Shifting back. The nice part about the eyes closed thing is, like, you know where she's looking before she closes them. So you have plenty of time on the switches. But we've seen Callie fight in this position with the 18-17 versus 16.
She's even filled up the. I mean, what was it? A 6 mark on the 16s, and then transfer the 19s for the 9s.
She
in
didn't
this
have the
matchup.
opportunity this time, though. First start single guy to the point lead. She could have closed both houses if she wanted to, or at least one of them and go back.
Not a bad strategy to put up some points here and force her to collect. We'll see.
The problem is it's 36, right? So it's 2 16s and then 2 18s.
And look at this.
Oh.
Look at this. See, that's what I'm saying. It's not a bad strategy with her. I mean, the closing that she's been doing.
Now
15s.
Trip 15,
Yes.
single 17,
I'm
trip
thinking
15.
the same thing. 15s here to guarantee you got a house, and if you point it up even more,
Oh,
great.
boy.
But how about that?
Oh,
Big-
boy.
Oh, my goodness.
Got to drill the single 17 now. You've taken this gamble. Force her to a 6 mark if you hit a single. This is now the gamble. You're saying take this risk, hit the 6, and you probably win. If you don't, I will. Has to find 6. What a moment.
That's so difficult to work around, too. You can see she had to kind of scoot over to the right-hand side. Yeah, this is not. There's no way
but
this is going in.
If you can find a triple, at least at 4-3 now, at least it helps. It reduces a bowl. Well, from the side, but no, it's not a bad angle, but doesn't drop in. If Callie can do a 1-2-3, find the 315s, it's 5-3 advantage going into the bowl. There's one. Don't play too aggressive. Oh, or play aggressive and just hit it. Callie West not making any friends. She drills deep and now pushes it to a 6-3 bowls. Wow, what a fight.
Yeah, what a time to find a good couple rounds. She's currently throwing a 3.6 going into the bowls, looking for the win.
And
Good to see. I mean, Callie going through some surgery on her, I believe it was her knee last year, and playing with crutches and the leg brace on for a good 6 months last year.
yeah, hobbling around and still getting results, by the way.
Pulled off a win at the Seacoast Open, looking for another here.
Yeah, you can see the jaws on the floor, much like Ollie Howard. The audience watches in disbelief of the back and forth nature of this final. Callie West to go ahead and reign this win true.
Bullseye.
215s pushes. Yeah, that's what she's
Yeah.
doing. She said 215s. One doesn't help. Doesn't find it and messing about with it. No shot available. It is 5 bowls. 1 to close, 4 to get the point lead back. If she hits 2 bowls,
Oh my
115
goodness.
works. Yeah, because she only has to hit 2 bowls now to leave it 3-3. At least 1 needed here, though. That gamble might pay. It's 4-3.
We'll
it's
see.
not
Yeah,
over.
We'll see.
It is not over all of a sudden. I just can't believe it. Callie can't believe it.
There's one.
This might be all she wrote the other direction around. It's 4 bowls needed.
Oh, my.
An opportunity that just didn't seem like it was going to happen. Callie gained control at the end. Pressure to be added. One more bowl would help. Does find it. It's 2-2 on the Bulls in this final. Last leg decider going down to every final dart. Deep breath, Callie West.
2 for the win.
High, nervy. Well outside. And no, just goes all around. Not tight darts. The pressure of the moment. You can see the head shake. She thinks this is the last turn. Sato would like that to be true. What a fight back this would be. Incredible work. Needs one more of those to push on to the title. Wrong side of the dart. Can she find the angle from there? She can. Shiori Sato wins against Callie West in what was truly an incredible battle between two top-notch competitors, Will Stewart.
Man, Callie's going to be kicking herself for not getting the win on that one, but it was a great battle. You got to give kudos to the Japanese player for pulling off the win here in this one.
A talented female doing great stuff on this stage. That's something we get used to seeing out here at the Las Vegas Open, isn't it?
Definitely so. And we got more to come, folks. Your final of the open singles cricket coming your way next. David Cameron versus Chris Lim. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Crazy. That's crazy ones. They locked
You see
a
how quick
rubber room.
We quickly
Rubber room
did
full of
that one?
rats. One more time today for our Friday night of coverage. It's the Win More Cricket Singles Finals here in the open bracket. David Cameron Excalibur taking on Chris Lightning Lim. And this should be, much of both of their names, excellent in every single way. Looking forward to seeing how this one will play out. I'm looking forward to seeing how every bit of this will go because Chris Lim loves to play tricky darts. David Cameron loves to just hit what he's aiming at. Both of these guys are going to have quite the blast, and I know we're going to be absolutely fortunate to watch every bit of it. Let us know. Leave a like, leave a comment, and tell us who you are cheering for in this final. For me, I am cheering for whichever player will go ahead and give us the best celebration when they win, and neither of these guys are going to give that.
Probably not. They've been there, done that. Both coming through tough fields, though. That's the key here. There's the averages speak for themselves as to why they're here. Big 9 for Chris. You can already see 4-5, 6-5. Come on now. This is going to be tasty. This is going to be a good final. Hold on to your seats. Buckle the seat belts. Sorry, you're too late for popcorn and a drink. Just sit down and enjoy now.
It's never too late for popcorn and a drink.
You better already had it made. Rewind.
2 hops this time. And Will's bedtime is quickly approaching, folks.
And you can see Chris opting to have the 17s and 16s his way. And this is the strategy, the interesting strategy that we see incorporated from Mr. Lim. You'll attack at certain circumstances when you feel like maybe you shouldn't, like that 18 there, right?
Here, Cameron continuing to try to find success on these 18s. And does go ahead and pin the 17. A stab right back and control gained just enough where we could see a potential big shot here for Chris. He gets tricky with it. Real tricky with it. Wow, all right. He's going to take the gamble here on a 5 mark from David Cameron. I don't think I'd like that gamble when he's throwing a 5.2, statistically speaking. Trip 15. Book says it goes, but it doesn't. The gamble pays off, assuming Chris hits a 5 mark here.
Well, double checks the score line. This is a tough work in on the 15s. You can see him trying to get a good line of sight. Oh, my goodness. How did he hit that?
Well, he clearly decided, I'm just going to laser it in.
I thought he was going to get on a knee and then shoot at that one, but somehow or another, he finagles it in. Bowls for Lim to take the first leg. That's dead center.
Needs one more. Does get it. Chris Lim, class performance. And you know that he's playing with a little extra tenacity, knowing that he has to play Bailey coming up here in a moment.
That's it.
That's it. He's like, man, that guy's on TV and stuff.
He's already looking at the blind draw,
I
right?
think I saw him on Sky Sports. I think my favorite.
Somebody else made their debut in that Sky Sports documentary.
Yeah, well,
for about a half a second.
That's fair. Congratulations. Was that a PewDiePie video once for about 2 frames? Does that count for something?
Yeah, sure.
I will say my favorite Chris Lim story as of late was 4 weeks ago.
How about that?
2 mark follows 2 mark on the open. Rorge.
Well, that's, right when you think, Chris, you messed up, now it's going to be 1-1. He gets away with it. I would not move off the 20.
I loved
myself, but okay.
Paul Lim's interview at the World Championship saying that $1 million doesn't matter and that he would give it to his kids, and everyone goes up to Chris Lim in the middle of the dart hall and says, hey, congrats on the $1 million win.
What did we just witness there?
I believe it's called not good darts.
He went 120 and then 2 18s. Why wouldn't you point in that circumstance?
I believe he's just trying to get under your skin.
This is what I say. Chris is so unique with his strategy. And who are we to judge? He's in the finals. We're not.
even right there, I mean, you're starting the 19. It's not the right shot, typically speaking. He's playing this in a very weird gentleman's game. Trip 17, single 19, trip 20 or trip 18 was the shot here. He's going to get away with it because look at this.
Look at this, like the cheeky little smile that he's kind of
He was
giving away. He's like
being a little
"Man,
rascally in there.
Let's see how this goes.
There's the close, grabs the points. A little close for comfort, but I would say Chris is always comfortable. I do love the shoes. I always compliment Chris Lim on his sneakerhead collection. He is clearly doing quite well with it here.
Always, he matches the shoes to the jersey every time.
As a true athlete should. Look good, feel good, play good.
That's it.
David Cameron, rocking the dad shoes today. Oh, good from Chris. Continuing to play aggressive. He's still leaving outside opportunities for Cameron to get his foot into this door. But also, if this goes 2 up to Chris Lim, Cameron's thinking, that sounds exhausting.
Yeah, that will be exhausting, especially the way that Lim's been playing. You never know what he's going to throw at you. That's the tricky part. Oh, boy.
This is where it starts to get weird. This is where I bail to the 16, admittedly. Doesn't do so.
And, yeah, as you can see, I mean, a bagel turn here. This could end up hurting Chris.
Cameron would like to think so. He's playing with the point deficit. Over to the 16. No, decides to go ahead and take the stab. Love that shot. I think that's a better selection. Again, maybe not the order I would prefer, but it's a great selection. Now a swing right back. Can stay there for a 4-3 advantage on the bowl, but doesn't find it. And Cameron gets the better of the 2 shots now because he only needs 3 singles to go ahead and reset things. Well,
not as easy as you said, Nick.
well, to be fair, I think they're so used to hitting triples, I'm surprised they miss singles.
True. You think that those would be extremely easy, but sometimes that big number just eludes us, right? So, I mean,
All 4 16s get you the shot.
so
That's
why not
enough.
6?
That's enough. Beautiful 8 mark from Chris Lim to get away with it. David Cameron only needed a 3 to have 3 to 4 bowl advantage. Instead, now looking at the outside of this one, 5 bowls needed to try to right the ship. Instead, it's just 4. How dare he only hit 4 bowls? How dare he, Will?
It's probably not going to matter. 1, 2, 3 for for Lim.
Got to be careful. This is not an easy angle.
This is a little bit tricky here at the flights. But he says, I don't care. I'm going to knock it in.
Did you see the little quarter step too? He came
Yeah,
in, he's like, I pushed that dart
A
in.
little side step
pushed
there
it.
from
Just-
Chris.
Just pushed it.
This is so far. I mean, 4-4. It's not the best stuff we've seen all day, but it certainly is up there. It's just the way he's done it that's been. It's definitely not the traditional routes, right?
Right, but let's talk about. We said mid-4 is the target
Yes.
number. David Cameron 4.44 on the day. Leonard Gates 4.39. Ram Guevara 4.36. Unfortunate that he lost where he did. And you see Chris actually down at a 4.24. But again, we said mid-4
Yep.
is the winning average today. So a 4.4 might not sound crazy because we've seen higher individual legs, but that's pretty good on the day.
That's pretty good. That's pretty solid.
That's pretty good. Cameron leading the pack, but Chris Lim leading in timing. That's 7 from Cameron. Says, I'm not done. And that trip 18 from Chris says, you're not going to be able to guess what I'm going to do.
Exactly.
Like, why
come
move
on.
when you could? He's moving to try to find the 18. You have the 19 still available. Why even move?
It's
What
just
is
so
that?
crazy.
Well, I'm Chris Lim, and I hit what I'm aiming at normally, so I just kind of do that.
Jeez, it's so crazy. It's
Crazy?
just so crazy.
I was crazy
Stop.
once.
Stop. You said you weren't going to do it.
You said the word.
Oh, and he's gonna fill this up.
And that's a 9 mark there from Chris Lim.
I mean, come on.
Beautiful. Beautiful darts. Look at him smiling. He is grinning back there.
Interesting hand gesture from Chris there too.
Well, I was just looking at his cute smile.
Just you'll have to replay that one back, folks. That
Yeah,
was
put
good.
that one in slow-mo. Kind of push that dart. Looked a little jumpy. There's the close. And marks the 17. Again, one of these trip 17, trip 19, trip 18. David Cameron can hit 9 marks too.
Yes, he can. This is be a great one to see. At least one from Cameron as well. It's been all the way of Chris Lim so far. Was he had 2 or 3 here in this matchup?
A 5 mark is the ask right now. There's 3. Should stay. Single does go ahead and get the point lead back. Does play the aggressive look. I don't think that got in. Yeah, no, just a single. Triple gets you the look. He chose to take it. Now this is where you pull the parachute. Leaning up to check the board. Does go ahead and still find what he's aiming at.
And it's a 114-point advantage.
Now it's 6/19s. There's the close. I believe that's only a single on that 18.
I think.
No, it
it's a
isn't.
triple, yeah.
Excuse me.
But now it forces David to find a new wedge on the 16s.
And again, looking for that go-ahead dart. Finds that first dart trip. He gets the look. Instead, he hugs the wire, and now Chris Lim gets to play what he likes to do. He's going to try to play for both of these corner pockets here.
He's going to try to close it.
Gets a point lead resecured. Takes a swing. Doesn't convert. Cameron does get an opportunity. 16 points. A single gets you an opportunity to close both numbers. You really need to have a triple to have the real go-ahead. Here's the swing. No, he doesn't take it. You got to take that swing. You got to take that swing. 19s and 18s are worth so much more.
Mm-hmm.
And Chris is going to take that swing every single time.
Yeah,
Clearly.
It wouldn't surprise me. Well, in this circumstance, yeah, it's going to surprise me because it's just 3 fat singles to get it for Cameron. So probably going to stay.
And goes for the cover. And then gets the close on the
Mhm.
last. Beautiful shot selection here. Trip 15, single 19, double 18. That's the shot. There's the single 19. Doesn't find the double 18. But now you're just leaving Chris with a 4 mark. Now you're just leaving Chris with a 4 mark. You had to start 15. You had to go 15 first. Well, guy had one more. Does hit the 4 mark. But you left yourself a game shot. You did find an angle for it. Double bull. Oh, you almost wanted it to go just to keep watching these guys go back and forth.
3 bulls for Chris Lim to take this 3-0. What
There's
a
the
player.
double. One more. And that will do. Chris Lim 3-0 over David Cameron. And Cameron is just giving him a big old smile.
What a showing. 4.5 average for Lim. I mean, round of applause, folks. What else can you say? That was fantastic. You see the relief on Chris Lim.
And, it's good that David Cameron wore out Chris Lim because he has a tough opponent coming up in the blind
Well,
draw.
I did. At least, Chris can now take the prize money, go get that box of Just for Men that he's been craving, and
Little
he
Rogaine in there?
can finally look more like his pops with the black hair instead of the gray hair. So, phenomenal stuff for us to start off our coverage here at the Las Vegas Open, folks.
Hey, Will. Last year, finished at 118 or 10:18, 10:13, 5-minute earlier runtime this year.
Love it, love it. Well, thanks for joining us, folks. We'll see you tomorrow. We're going to start our coverage with the youth event. That begins about 8:30, 8:45, I assume. So we'll start the feed and just no commentary for the youth. We'll just let it fly, and then we'll bring you coverage of the women's and open gold event, that big gold event where a lakeside berth is up for grabs.
It's important. It's the big money day.
It
It's
definitely
big
is.
on multiple different levels, and I am so here for it, Will.
We definitely are. Well, join us tomorrow if you would. We'll see you, folks. Take care.
I miss you. Crazy. I was crazy.